The following material contains strong language and adult content. Please be advised.
This is the Comfortably Poor Podcast, an uncensored, wide open, anything and everything goes podcast. You won't find anything like it. And why is that? Because the Comfortably Poor Podcast keeps it 100.
Let's go.
Yo.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
6ix9ine's home. He's making music. And it's hard. It's hard. Shout out to New York niggas.
My man says,
are we happy about that?
He's making music.
Are we happy
New
about
York
that?
niggas.
Oh, my God.
I can't be happy about that.
Oh,
No,
my God, that's funny.
look. Did you send the song yesterday to the group chat because you liked it, or did you send it because it was just
I
out?
just said it because it was out. It had come out.
Okay.
And it was new. It was new Tekashi music. God damn it.
Yeah, no, I know you wanted us to be up on the latest trends, and I appreciate that. I actually like the fucking song. I actually really like the song.
Hashtag comfortably poor. Fuck with us on Twitter. Hashtag ghetto therapy. Use that 844-997-0775. We are here at CP Pod 100. And if you want to chat with us, be a part of the show. Give us your thoughts on anything that we talk about, or maybe you got a question, maybe you got a problem that we can solve for you. That's what we're here for. All right, let's jump into this. We are probably going to get a copyright strike, but I don't care on that sense. Like, let's play this shit and let's talk about it because... All right. Well, Dan is our resident New Yorker, New Jersey New Yorker guy. So we'll talk about this because
this is going to be funny. I think I know what you're about to play.
I'm not a Tekashi guy. I'm just not. I can't
Neither
get
am
on board
I.
with it.
Neither am I. Let's have
But
a
there's
conversation.
something about
It's a train wreck you can't stop watching.
yeah.
Okay? It's rubbernecking. It's the reason why we can't move forward in life, because we have people focusing on this motherfucker.
I think if you can't move forward in life for the sake of Tekashi, or because Tekashi's in your face, then something else is wrong with you. Here
it is. We'll get a copyright for this, but that's all right. The people want to hear this. The people want to talk about it.
I tell a nigga,
Dude.
don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Drop it down and wobble up, mommy boot it up, shake it down and gobble up, cause my money up, slide in the belly trucker. Your bestie is a dick sucker, a big double, assalamu alaikum, you big hater, you nothing but a hater, cloud chaser. Now we catch him at the chicken spot, up a couple chops, pop that nigga with 100 shots, they didn't make that nigga diddy bop, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, he the windows going knuckle up, bitch I don't box, and these niggas always talking shit, yada yada yada, when you see me what you talking about, fuck you talking about,
Okay.
niggas always
All
wanna
right.
chase
All right.
clout, bitch, I ain't
Okay.
clout, tell 'em get up,
Hold on.
Hold on.
are you dumb,
Okay.
stupid, I'm
Adam.
dumb.
Listen. Listen to me. You know that I love you guys, right? Like, you guys are my friends. You understand? Like, I mean this. I'm so
You
serious.
can't get
Like,
on
you
with
guys- You
like
guys
that's
are my
not
friends.
your thing. Like you can't ride with that.
That was approximately 37 seconds of my life that I can't get back. Why did you just waste my time? Why did you just waste your time? Why did you just waste these people's time?
Play me like a dumb, like bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Stupid or dumb? Yeah, you got some money, but you still fucking ugly. Stupid. Listen, when I talk, you better listen. We can make them dance bachata, slide over, do the cha-cha. Papa, make me go adios, dímelo, mami, freca, you nasty, flame up, light it. They see me and get excited. Two-step, spin around, so fly, pilot, basic, been hot, way before coronavirus. Nigga, who did that? Nigga, who did what? Nigga, that's my shit, don't bite it. Nigga, don't dick ride.
Is he the first one to drop coronavirus in a track? Like, is he dropping the first coronavirus hip hop track?
He dropped the first coronavirus bar.
The first
You know what I'm
line
saying? That's-
about
Oh,
the
my
coronavirus in a
God.
hip hop song,
And
but I don't
people,
think that
and
he
he
couldn't have
hit
been the first.
5 million streams in an hour. 5
Bro,
million.
no, dude, no. Ho. I don't know if that was on Spotify. I'll tell you what.
Oh, that was on
on
YouTube.
fucking-
He hit 5 million on
On
YouTube.
YouTube, he had 470K when I saw. It was 2 hours after he had posted it. It was only at 470K, which is crazy, right?
Okay,
I looked
yeah.
today, 20
maybe
hours
it's only
after
gonna-
it was posted, 33 mil. 20 hours.
It's crazy. So, okay.
Holy motherfucking God.
Somebody, it was Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson and another DJ. Steven Jackson is a former NBA player. And another a DJ, and I can't remember his name now. My bad for that. But they were on Instagram Live, and they were saying, because Tekashi went on Instagram and was like, I'm the king, nobody's better than me, nobody can do this, look at the numbers, you know, yada, 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 snitching, whatever. Doesn't matter what I do, doesn't matter what I say, look at the numbers. People love me, I'm the king, blah, blah, blah. But Steven Jackson and this other DJ made a great point, is that, like, of course, you've been in the news for the last 2 years. Of course, people are going to watch your shit. They're going to listen to your shit. Like, you were in this, like, big case, this big trial. You are known for snitching. You're known for, you know, this big, well-known case. Like, of course, people are going to click play on that and see what you're doing. It's your first track out of prison.
This
of
is
course, you're
just-
going to get the numbers.
Like, I hate to, like, make it this, you know, equivalent to what it is, but, like, this is the male version of a hoe like Kim Kardashian fucking on tape and becoming famous. Like, if people are willing to give that much attention to people like the Kardashians and give a fuck about basketball players' wives and fucking all this shit, this is like the drama that people fucking like. And this guy took advantage of the fact that anybody can, if you have an appealing look, if you can be marketed, it just proves everything, that you can literally be this young, you know, good looking weirdo because you got rainbow hair, and
Danny
all these tats
Hernandez.
and all this shit. You know, it's truly like the appeal. I've sat
Yeah.
in meetings with these A&Rs and people who have said stuff like, you know, it's the look, man, it's the look. We need a girl that looks like this, and da 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 da. And you know, they'll pull up videos and be like, yo, you see this singer? She's from Sweden, right? She's from fucking Sweden. We need a girl that looks like her here, right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a specific thing, and you make money off of that. And that's the thing. It just proved that you can sell anything to the internet. It sucks, but that's what I tell you all the time. Don't I say it?
That's the nature
It
of
should
the
have stayed
beast.
to the
though.
rich. It should have
That's the
stayed to
nature
the
of
rich.
beast.
That's what I say. That's why I say that. Because we wouldn't have had little Daniel Hernandez's running around. And let me tell you something.
But it's crazy too, though, like, because he had a bunch of fangirls, fanboys. They posted his address on the internet. They found out where he lived because he's out flossing, man. He's not giving two shits.
So
but
what-
he's
who-
still in like protective custody. So the cops had to come in like within the last 2 hours. They came in and relocated his ass. Like, he just moved into a fat crib, and they just relocated him again because he's in protective custody. Like,
Can I
that
ask a
dude
question?
has bounties on his head.
On his head.
Like, that
You know,
dude is gonna
definitely he
get
does.
popped.
Yeah, definitely, and it'll happen at some point. But my question is this: like, you, right, Dan? Like, when you say like, what part of like technology staying to the rich would keep Daniel, like, people like this asshole from like coming around?
I don't know. I just don't think it would have. I feel like if this was gonna happen, it wasn't gonna happen as soon as it has. You see what I'm saying?
You mean like the
it's-
fact that he's
if-
in all of our faces, or the fact that he's like
Nah, the fact that
a fraud?
that people have found a way to no, the fact that people have found interest in eating this up.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
You know,
no,
the fact that
definitely.
it becomes a
I agree with you.
conversation.
No, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
That's all. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily about like him as the person. Like we're gonna have frauds. We're gonna have pieces of shit, and there are gonna be pieces of shit who are loved and admired. Don't you see the fucking people who are like obsessed over Charles Manson? You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, yeah,
those
of course.
weirdos. So, and
no, I'll
and,
take
like,
no for sure.
no, and so that's all I'm saying. So like, and the same thing with TV though. Like I said, like, come on, bro. Kim Kardashian fucked on a tape. You got white girls with some fat asses.
Listen,
They get a
let's let that
TV show,
happen,
just
bro.
cameras
I wanna
following
promote
them
that.
around.
I want to promote that. I don't want to promote what this guy's doing here, bro. Like this isn't. Listen, everything that he wants to say can be said in such a better way. Dude. Like what the, like it 10 times more lyrically, 10 times
Yo,
with better delivery, 5 times better. Like what are you? Like what do you do? Like it's almost like
I want to do a show with you.
making
I want to do
bad
a show
music.
with you where I play you today's hip hop and you just
Oh
review
my
it.
god. Oh my! You really? That would be a crazy show. Holy shit! That
would
dude,
be
that's an
a
idea.
fun show.
That's how you know you've been doing radio for a long time. They think it just came up with a concept. Just you know
Dude,
what?
always. It's always on my brain. How can I come up with the next fucking bit?
What's the, and that would be some shit, bro. Like you want to hear me?
It'll be some
A
shit.
show dedicated to me fucking
Your
reviewing today's-
immediate
man.
response to that song is every bit of what I need in a radio bit. This 37 seconds of
That 37 seconds is time I will never
and I'll
see
make a
again,
sick
bro.
fuck go be like, yo, go count that out. And tell me how much time was there.
This is terrible. Oh my god.
Oh
That's
shit.
great.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? Because rest in peace, XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
You know,
forgot
he
about
actually did warn Danny
Tekashi?
before all this. He actually
Yeah.
did warn him. He was like, bro, you got to slow the fuck down, bro.
You're
And,
doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga went to
But that's
hood
what's
in
going to
Chicago
happen
at
when
1
you
in the
sign your
morning, bro.
career. When you sign your career away to a gang, though,
Yeah, exactly.
that's what's going to
True
happen.
story.
I mean,
True story.
what else do you expect?
Mm.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, some of these people are.
It's
different.
crazy, though. It took, so I didn't click on Adam's link.
Which
I
one?
didn't want- when
Oh,
he
that
sent the
song?
Tekashi song.
Oh my god.
I
jeez.
didn't want to hear it. You know what took me to hear it?
Well, I wanted it to be a surprise. I knew because we've talked about him before on some past episodes, just briefly. We didn't get too much into it. I think all three of us are. Maybe Dan, you're a little bit more because you have a higher appreciation for today's music than me and Brando do. So maybe you're a little bit you have a more open mind to Tekashi. Even if you don't like him, you understand where he's coming from and you understand the music that he makes and who he makes his music for because you have just a more open mind to the music that's made today. But when that came out, I was just like, this is this has to be talked about because we have not talked about Tekashi that much on our show just because he's not our demo. He's not our thing for the most part.
No,
But
definitely
when I
not.
saw that,
Definitely
I was
not.
like, this
So,
has
like,
to be
I'm-
talked about.
I-
And
I hear it,
We're not
and
the
I
only
don't wanna
ones.
say-
We're not the only ones. He is
No, of
lighting
course
up the
not.
internet
No, of
right
course
now,
not.
which is crazy.
No, and
He is
I'm not trying to
banking money.
say that I'm a fan, but I'm gonna say that for somebody I don't like his music, and my cousin was kind of like the way that I was right now with this song, my cousin a couple years ago. He's like, bro, he was like, look, I really don't want to like this kid, but yo, this shit's hard. And he showed me one of his songs, and I hated it. So I feel the same way about Tekashi. I just think that I was actually impressed with the middle bit. I thought that him not screaming and actually slowing down and rapping was pretty dope. I thought the beat was hard, but my
To
thing.
me, he does the same shit though. It's always yeah, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, but that's what I'm talking about.
Like,
but
that's his normal
but that's
shit.
what I'm talking about. His middle bit, his second verse.
Right, yeah, I give you that. But you
He
thought that
actually
was
didn't do
good
that,
though?
and
You
I was
thought
like,
that shit
whoa,
went?
that's actually. Well, I'm just saying that to me, if you're
Compared
not
to
gonna
what
fucking
he's done in the
scream at
past.
me, yeah, if you're not gonna scream
Okay.
at me, and,
Okay.
and I get to hear what the words you're saying, it's the reason why I
yeah.
fucking hate metal, right? It's the reason why I hate death metal. I don't want to hear you fucking growl your goddamn throat. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't give a fuck. It's the same thing to me. Here, where if you're gonna deliver something, I'm a hip hop head. So if you're gonna deliver something in a way that is supposed to be respected and delivered, I'm gonna give you some props for that for sure. Is this something that I'm gonna play with the homies and be like, yo, check out this song, this shit's hard? Nah, that's not it. You know why I clicked on it? You know, it was a girl, bro. It was a fucking girl. Girls put me on to music, not fucking niggas. Girls put me on to music. Well, this fucking commercial everyday bullshit. Like, none of my niggas put me onto the cool shit. My niggas put me onto the dope shit.
Tekashi's not like I don't know what game he thinks. I think Tekashi's one of these people. Like I sometimes wonder if internally he wants to die. Like maybe he just wants to get it all over with. But either way, it's just I don't know, man. He's a guy like you said, Adam, who sold himself to a organization and is acting and behaving interestingly enough accordingly. And he's probably going to keep doing that. Like old habits die very hard, especially in people that aren't even 25 yet. It's fucking kid. He needs a dad in his life. He needs someone to beat his ass. He really needs an ass beating that would make him think about the next day in a different way.
He said he needs a dad in his life. He needs more hugs.
He needs no. He doesn't need hugs.
He needs a father figure.
He needs
Life
someone
is
to
tough.
slap the shit out of him occasionally.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone ever slapped him enough. See, that's the thing, and I don't say that very often. I'm not an advocate of violence, but man, like there is a certain time where like someone needs to tell you that fat meat is very greasy, because you don't learn that at a young age. If you don't learn that shit at a young age, man, it will get your ass later. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Showing up at neighborhoods at 1 a.m, shootouts, racketeering, federal charges across state lines, all within 2 weeks. Like, dude, the people who actually do that, there are people who actually do that and don't get caught. And it's like, they want you dead too, simply because you're drawing attention to them.
Yep.
Fuck. Jesus, fuck. I don't know. It's
Especially if
complicated.
you were caught snitching. It's
Exactly.
over. It's over. It's too much attention.
Bro, you know what's? I'm surprised no one's done like some sort of motif with Tekashi in that trial where he was testifying or whatever, where he actually did the snitching. Like, oh my god, I think there were like 3 or 4 bloods in the back row of that courtroom. To be honest, jeez.
No, they definitely were suited up, nigga.
Oh,
Undercover.
shit.
Don't think these gang members don't have shit set up to have some suited up niggas.
Dude, a lot of these gang members are cops, so I'm not surprised to just find out that there were some people with cameras there who were not that friendly. Tekashi snitching live, bro, telling live, spilling it all on camera.
Shout out Sam in the chat.
Yo,
Wants
shout
to talk shit to Dan for saying shit. Only girls put him on to lame music.
Can't drink all day if you started the morning.
Yo, I want to shout out, by the way, real quick, We have a lot of motherfuckers on the fucking Facebook page, man.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
Shout out
Almost
to
a
you.
2,000.
Shout out to all you
so appreciate
motherfucking
you guys.
Facebook people. Fuck yeah, keep
If
liking,
you're a
keep
new
subscribing.
viewer, a new listener, thank you so fucking much.
Facts.
We really appreciate it. Like, we're just working
Facts.
hard, man. We're just trying to bring you some good
Almost
shit. That's all.
2,000 on the Facebook page. We are on our way to 1,200 on the Twitter. So at CP Pod 100. Fuck
Show
with
us
us.
some love, baby.
That's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
This was a crazy story that I came across. So there was a dude from the Congo who I want to say he was a professional soccer player for the Congo. And he apparently died 4 years ago in a car accident. And recently came back to life. He's back.
Wait.
Yeah.
Fucking
He's
around.
back.
Wait.
So
wait.
he was
Wait, hold
in
on.
Germany.
I've got a lot. Hang on, hold on.
He was
I got
in
questions.
Germany working for the past 4 years. He was in Germany working for the past 4 years.
Bro, Adam be finding these stories from Germany all the fucking time. Once it was the one guy who
Do you
was
remember
fucking
the- you
the
remember-
doctor.
Do you remember the show I told you about?
Yeah.
Germany or Florida?
Yeah.
Germany or Florida? Like, which one is it? Like, we tell you a story and you have to call in and try to figure out which one it is. Is it Germany
That
or Florida?
is-
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Where it
that
comes
show.
from,
Oh,
yeah.
I need to see this. I've never seen that. That's so
Yeah,
We'll have, to,
good.
we'll have to
Florida.
get into that.
That show's
That's
great.
something that we could do on our show too. People could
Yeah.
guess. We'll create a story. But
1,000%.
So he was in Germany.
Or guy, girl,
working
or
in
gay was
Germany
a fun
for the
one, too.
last Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, there's some shows out here in Portland that do that. But yeah, so he was in a car accident, or they claim he was in a car accident, and he apparently had a pretty nice insurance policy on his head. So his lady claimed his insurance policy along with like one of his good
she
friends. And I'm not sure exactly if because the story was just like a brief paragraph, but I'm not 100% sure if he was in on it or if he just like went to Germany to work, said see ya to his friends, and then they staged like a death to collect money on it. But however they did it, they got rich. They're arrested now and going to
But
be
the
prosecuted.
place where they
and
staged the
figured out
death was in
what's going on,
Germany.
but- No, wait, say that again.
The place where they actually staged, or the place where
Was
the
in
car
Con-
accident,
was in the
quote, unquote,
Congo.
happened was in the Congo. Oh, it was in his home country.
It was in
Okay.
the Congo, yeah.
Okay.
It was in the Congo. So
But he's resurfaced.
at some point, he hit the road from the Congo, went to Germany to work. And at some point,
So then
the
he
story's
probably
not
wasn't
100%
dead.
clear whether or not he left before or after they staged the death. But obviously, at some point, he leaves, and then they stage this death. And he just shows back up in the Congo out of the blue. Like, yo, I'm here. I'm not dead. Nobody's
He died,
don't worry.
went to Germany, went back to the Congo, and came back to life.
How
Yo.
long? How long?
4
You
years.
said 4 years.
4
4
years.
years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Did he make a lot of
God,
money?
that
Does it say?
reminds me
Did he make bank? Like,
It reminds me of the episode of South Park, Prehistoric Iceman, where they find a guy who's like frozen. He's been frozen for like 2 years. And he ends up being actually from Des Moines. And they put him on a fucking helicopter flight to Des Moines.
Hey,
But he
shout
was in
out
fucking South
Des
Park.
Moines. Des Moines has bomb ass sausage burgers. Like, because you said that, they make a burger out of a sausage patty, like a bratwurst
That
patty.
sounds so good,
it's
though.
so
That
goddamn
sounds so good. That sounds so good. No, those
totally
motherfuckers know
an
how to
Iowa thing.
eat out there in Iowa, bro. The
course.
Iowa State
Oh,
Fair
yeah,
is
of
one
course
of the
they know how
biggest
to eat
one I
Hey,
hear
baby,
about,
dude. It's a
man.
fucking farm state. They've got more pigs and
Lumberjacks.
cows than they do people.
Yeah.
Fucking right, they know how to eat.
Yeah.
Bro, when I went to Iowa, bro, I put on 15 pounds. I was living with my fucking teacher and shit out in Iowa with him and his girl. Bro, I'm fucking eating steak and spaghetti every fucking night and fucking
Oh,
shrimp
that's so
cocktail.
good.
Fucking.
I'm
all
pretty
these
sure
goddamn
Iowa
pork
was where the
chops.
like deep fried butter came from. Like that.
Yes,
What's that
sir.
bitch down in
Probably
Georgia?
love some fucking
Paula Dean.
Honey
Paula
Boo Boo
Dean.
type
She went to
fucking
like the
Iowa.
Iowa State
The
Fair.
racist.
Yeah, the racist. Yeah. But Iowa's like the first state to do the deep fried butter. Like, who deep fries butter? Like, that's crazy.
God
And
damn,
who
that's
eats
some...
butter straight up? Like, if I get butter on my fingers, I go wash my hands. I don't lick that shit off.
But
I
that's
don't
like
I
the
do.
people who eat like
I do.
butter with
I lick-
noodles.
I lick
can't.
it
I
right
can't.
off.
I can't.
I lick that shit
Yeah,
right the
no.
fuck off. Sure do.
I'll
And I
eat
love a
butter
butter
with noodles
burger
if there's
also.
like Parmesan and garlic in it too.
I don't like
But
noodles.
just like
Hold on,
butter on
hold
noodles,
on.
no, fuck that.
I eat noodles with seafood.
It's different if I like. One of my favorite snack things was.
And you fuckers got me calling it noodles. I hate calling it noodles. Everything is pasta to me.
All right.
I'm calling
It's
it noodles
pasta.
'cause
It's
you guys are
pasta.
calling
It's
it noodles.
pasta. Pasta with butter though is disgusting. Nobody should ever.
Noodles
do that.
is top ramen. Pasta is. that's
You really are an asshole. You really are an asshole.
Just useless.
yeah.
But
Thank you.
I don't know.
What was your favorite?
I
snack?
don't know,
You were about
man.
to say your favorite snack though.
My favorite.
Oh, it's
damn,
saltines with butter. So I totally can. I totally
Really?
can have stuff with butter on it. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is such a
1000%.
grandpa thing. You give me shit
so
for being
good.
a fucking dinosaur, and you eat saltines
It's
with
so
butter
good.
on it. You
It's
fucking
so good.
asshole.
You guys remember
It's
when
so
we were
good.
talking about? You remember when we were talking about snacks on the other episode? Like we were talking about chips and
Yeah.
stuff. One of my favorite
Yeah,
snacks is you know the queso that comes in the jar, the nacho queso.
Yeah.
I like to eat that on Cool Ranch.
I can eat that. Oh, dude, I can sit down and eat the whole jar in
nacho
one sitting.
queso on Cool Ranch Doritos is to die for.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When I was smoking a lot of weed back in the day, like my big stoner thing was when we'd walk up to the store, I get the chili cheese dip. It was like Fritos chili cheese dip. Came in the
I'm
glass
just throwing
jar
back this
also.
wine, bro. No big deal.
And I get the Fritos scoops, the big Frito scoops chips, and that chili cheese Frito
yes,
dip. Oh
I
my
know
god!
those, yeah.
Give me a Sprite and that, and I'm good all night long. Let's keep smoking.
No, I
fellas.
definitely am an old man in my snacks. You fucking shout at me for my flaxseed and soy chips.
Flaxseed, you fucking chick.
You Trader
You
Joe
bitch.
motherfucker.
Flaxseed,
You
yeah, Trader Joe for real, not just Trader Joe, nigga.
Oh my
That's Trader
God.
John. That's Trader James. God damn.
Trader Tom.
Flaxseed, nigga. Bro, you should get a stock in farming
Yeah,
markets.
who's?
Bro, listen.
I'm not eating flaxseed with anything.
You take soft gels too?
Get out of here with that healthy
So
shit.
good.
No, it's not.
Brando.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you know those soft gels, those fucking capsules with the
You
fucking,
motherfucker.
flaxseed oil and the fucking linseed oil and that shit.
You got me. You got me. That
Oil,
was good.
soft gel capsules and shit.
That was a fucking good one.
Oh, Jesus. Soft gels. Oral B. Hey, by
Hey,
the way,
what'd you guys do for
Well, I didn't
Cinco de
even kill the
Mayo?
room
Did you
with
guys
the flags.
celebrate Cinco de Mayo the right way? Did you guys throw back some tequila, throw back some
I had
Mexican
exactly
food? What'd you
one
guys do for Cinco
Corona.
de Mayo?
I had exactly one Corona because I didn't realize it was Cinco de Mayo. I had no idea what day it was.
Okay.
I threw back some tacos, nigga.
I see you on the phone. Hold on one second. I gotta reboot my Google Chrome here. Sorry, we got the caller, but we'll get to him.
Hell yeah, stay
I
right
threw
there.
back
Stay right
some-
there.
We made some margaritas, made some homemade tostadas. My lady threw some corn tortillas in the pan,
Your
some oil.
accent. I hate your
Did some
accent.
homemade tostadas, and we had tamales. I got these tamales. I ordered them online from this
Yeah,
place
you
down
too.
in Texas. They come from El Paso. Oh my God, they are some of the best damn tamales I have ever had. So goddamn good.
Tamales.
Yeah, dude.
This
They're the
man's
shit.
importing tamales
And-
from Texas.
Bro,
I'll
I'll buy
love
anything
to be,
online.
Dude, who's in your what's in your mail, bro? Like, what's a mail delivery like for you? Like, in your boxes of mail, tamales and liquor.
Okay. Like, I
Can
am
you imagine?
easily
You get
influenced.
fucked up and
I'm
fed
easily influenced.
off of his mail. Off of his mail.
So,
Fucking your
so
lawn
I
makes
get a
wet
lot of
dreams.
CBD stuff. A lot of CBD stuff comes in.
He said
Yeah, like-
CBD stuff comes in.
A lot of CBD stuff comes in the mail. I am down to try
Carefully
anything
bottled
food wise.
diamorphine.
I get my vitamins and minerals. Shout out Athletic Greens. If you're looking for another show to sponsor, Athletic Greens. I get my Athletic Greens. I ordered some
I really
tamales.
want to punch you in the fucking nose, dude.
A big shout out Omaha Steaks. I fuck with Omaha Steaks.
Yo, I'm glad you brought that up. Shout goes out to Kansas City
Okay, I'm so
Steaks,
glad you
nigga.
said that.
Kansas City Steaks, homie. Yes. All about it, bro. I'm all about Kansas City Steaks in the mail.
Butcher
Dry
Box.
ice.
I'm a big.
Hold
If
on,
I hear
Butcher
it on a
Box, hold on.
podcast and I'm
you're
interested, I'm
educating
gonna
me.
buy it.
Now you're educating me. Butcher Box. What the fuck is that? Do they sell meat?
Yo,
too?
I've
Do
heard
they
about
sell-
Butcher
Butcher Box,
Box
but I
is
honestly
meat.
don't think I saw.
Bro, just meat.
It's
Just-
But
literally
they send it,
every
do they
month
send it to you in the
get.
mail all over the country?
Yes.
They're based out of Massachusetts and they ship everywhere.
But here's the deal. And that's the only thing. Like, look
I need the
into
phone
it.
number.
Everybody, if you are gonna do Butcher Box, this is why we would never be good have sponsors, because I would fucking give the little caveats. But just price out how much meat you eat compared to what you're getting in this box, and what you're paying, because sometimes I think it's like for like the bacon, you only get like a pack or two. You only get like a pack or two of bacon.
yeah, I mean, the bacon stuff is not that great, but the meat, the steak, the
Yeah, like
pork,
the
the
steak
chicken,
and the
that kind
chicken.
of stuff is
Yeah, I bet
actually
that's better.
really good.
'Cause that's
And
what I'm
it's
really
big
after.
That
quality.
actually is priced out
It's-
well? Okay, because that's
That's
what
what
I'm
think
after.
it is.
That's
too.
what I'm after, bro. I'm after steak, chicken, and seafood. I don't really do a ton of pork. If I do pork, it's once or twice a year. Steak, chicken, and seafood is what I'm after. So if
Yeah,
I can
you
do
get,
that,
you
Definitely.
get the
I'm all
same
about
Steak,
it.
minutes
pork,
of-
chicken.
All right, let's go to the phone
Yeah.
lines. I got the Google Chrome back up.
Beautiful. What's up?
but I know who it is.
This is someone calling for Brando. Yo, you're on with Comfortably Poor.
Hello?
How goes it?
Can you hear me good?
Of course.
Yeah, we hear you. What's up?
Cool. I'm on my podcasting setup.
Okay.
Hey, how's it
Oh,
going?
hell
Who's
yeah,
this?
hell yeah. What's up, man?
So yeah, I don't know. I just
who is this?
wanted to call and say, hey,
Who is
He
this?
said, who is this?
Brandon.
who is-
My name's Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Okay. The thing doesn't.
Well, it's good to hear
Maybe
from you,
decipher that
Brandon.
much.
I'm glad you decided to call in and check us out.
Yeah, I mean, I found you guys today when Danny told me about just had Danny on my show. And it was
okay.
great. And I told him I'd tune in, and I seen you guys had a number. I was like, I got to call in.
Hell
That's
yeah,
awesome.
dude.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
What are you
yeah.
doing on this Saturday night?
Oh, I was planning on listening to you guys all night. I seen you guys like to do 2-hour long streams. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sure, I don't
Listen,
know.
Yeah, dude.
listen now, Brandon.
Okay.
Brandon, I have a question. Now, Brandon, you have a name kind of like mine. I'm Brando, obviously, right now. I have a question. Do you
I thought they
have,
were calling for
Hey,
do you
nice
have
to meet you.
alcohol or weed? Do you have cocaine? Do you have heroin, acid,
Jesus
mushrooms, quaaludes,
This guy.
amphetamines, any of several types of meth? What's your vice?
He's kind of breaking up for me.
He is kind of breaking up, but that's pretty typical
my-
for Brando, so it's okay. So shout out your podcast. What you said you had Dan on your podcast
shit,
today.
man.
What was up with what was that about? What's your podcast
Oh,
about?
that's
Oh
him.
yeah. So I run a little company called, I don't know, it's a collective, I guess, called Promises Kept Collective, where I basically just promote artists, and I also just started up a cassette thing where I make cassettes and CDs for bands and stuff. I put a podcast on cassette, first time ever.
Nice.
Anyway, so
Nice.
I do a show called The
Cassettes,
How's It Going
like
Show, where
1992 cassettes.
Max L. cassettes.
exactly.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I have issues.
It's okay. We all do. I
Um,
mean, we all do.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with cassettes. Yeah, I like old shit and putting music on it. But I do a show called The How's It Going Show, where I pretend to be better than I am and get lucky with the guests I get. Like Danny, who was a great guest on the show.
I mean, he's all right. I wouldn't
He's-
say-
Listen,
He's not the top of your list, is he? You got to try harder if he is.
what you need to do is you need to get him on the show again, and then get me on the show, and you'll see some shit.
No, are you? So are you? Are you on all platforms? Can people find you on all platforms?
Everything except Apple.
Everything except Apple. Okay. Well, there you go. Shout it out one more time. Give shout out your social media as well. Free plug.
Yeah. So you can find me on. You can find the Hey How's It Going show on Spotify. Just typing in Hey How's It Going show. I guess I don't know. I've never done it before, but Apple Podcasts, all that shit except Apple. No, Google Podcasts except Apple. You can find Promises Kept Collective at facebook.com/Promises Kept Collective. Twitter at PKCHHIGS or P Promises Kept COL. Yeah, I don't have multiple. You guys are better than me with the naming.
It's all right. It's all right. That's dope though. So wait, real quick, give the people a rundown. Like, what is it? So you're looking for artists. Like, are you just trying to find out about their craft, or what do you?
The show is based around. I talk to anybody who does anything related to media. So producers, rappers, musicians, bands, graphic designers, book authors, anybody who does anything related to media.
Okay. And you're just trying to help them push their brand, get their story out there, just promote them.
That and have a good old conversation.
That's awesome. How long you been doing this for?
2 years.
Okay. You got Facebook, all that kind of stuff? Like, what you're following, like?
I got like 600 people that follow me. That's it.
There you go. Hey.
Oh, then that means we definitely need to be. You can help promote us, and we'll help promote you.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys should like all come on the show together. That'd be great.
Ah, we'd love to.
Hey,
we'd
we'll
love to.
I started listening to your show today. I banged out 3 episodes, and I was like, wow, I want to listen to more. But I need to like do shit, so I had to like do some stuff.
Yeah,
but now I'm listening again. Well, part of it actually, so that's cool.
Well, thanks so much.
Yeah,
for all
Yeah,
of
man.
that.
Thank you for being here, bro. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you for
We
being here.
appreciate you so
Thank you.
much. Hey, keep calling in anytime you want, man. I think moving forward, I think Saturday night is gonna be our new time frame for the lives.
I like the vibe.
Yeah, just we're going back to one live a week.
Nah, I'm fucking with the vibe, nigga. I'm drinking wine over here. I'm
We're
smoking
going
pot.
back to one live a
chilling.
week. No more 2 lives. We felt like we were kind of giving you guys too much on the lives.
Yeah,
It was
y'all
taken
niggas
away
couldn't
from our
appreciate.
podcast,
Y'all
so,
from the overdose.
you know,
Y'all
full
from the
disclosure.
Y'all niggas didn't want to click on no lives, so we know y'all click on the podcast. So now we're gonna drop podcasts on your heads.
Numbers
nigga.
are bigger on the podcast, so we definitely appreciate you guys fucking with the podcast. Find us anywhere.
But
you find
something's
your
gonna
podcast,
happen.
Apple
Listen.
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all that good shit.
Hang on,
Anchor.
right? Listen, what's gonna happen, right? Is one day one of those podcasts is gonna get a lot of people's
Oh,
attention. When
sorry,
that
it's 8
happens-
o'clock here. They're howling. They're howling in Denver. Oh, everybody do your best howl.
You fucking psychotic Looney
Shout out.
Tunes.
There's
shout
some
out to
fucking
hey, shout out
weirdos
to the
out here.
healthcare people.
Fucking
Shout out to the healthcare
leprechauns.
people, healthcare industry. Shout out to the people doing their
Yeah, shout out to all the people who actually went to school to become shrinks. Shout out to everyone with a psychologist's couch in their office.
So wait, no,
And who
time
also
out.
happens to be in the Denver city limits.
You don't feel like our healthcare workers deserve a shout out right now?
Yeah, but that's not the point. My man just started howling like Remus Lupin out of a Harry Potter 3 book.
Because that's what people are doing right now. That's what they do.
That's what they're doing outside my window, nigga. I was since I can't get the mic over there without problems, you know.
He's
I thought I would
participating.
reenact what I'm hearing.
He's participating.
wait, that's a thing. The thing now is to become
Yes.
four-legged at 8 o'clock
in like
for
the
the healthcare workers.
metropolitan cities, yes, you cheer and you hoot and holler for your medical healthcare providers. And
Well,
people
yay
that are on
for
the front
suburbia.
line of coronavirus.
Well, yippee me
This is
for
happening in
Lakeside
Denver.
community.
This is happening in Denver.
Here's the thing, bro. Like I'm all
it's
for the medical
happening in
community.
Atlanta. It happens here in Portland.
From
It
what I-
happens
from
in
what I
Seattle. It
understand-
happens everywhere.
From what I understand, in Tennessee, one of my aunts and also another one of my cousins in California is apparently volunteering. So like I'm all for volunteer work. Obviously, I don't think I need to even have to say that. But it's just like, if howling's the way we support them, then let's just go to the charities and howl at them. Don't you ever give another fucking penny to charity. What the fuck is wrong with you idiots? No more fucking money to cancer. No more money to AIDS foundations. None of that shit. Just howl at them. Fucking morons. Jesus Christ. This is where we are howling at people to show appreciation. I remember one time a buddy of mine, he was in Alabama. He was from Saskatchewan, and he was howling at the moon. He was like, yeah, this is how we say hi in Canadian, you know. And fucking redneck hillbillies. So everyone starts doing it. And before you know it, there's a bunch of fucking people howling at the moon for no good reason. People will do fucking anything.
This is
See,
radio
but this is why I don't take it.
God damn
But this
it.
is why I don't take
This is
advantage
radio
of them.
gold. This is radio fucking gold. I just need to fucking just throw everything that's happening in the world at you and just Brando.
Hey, wait,
react.
time out. Oh, wait, I need to go back because wait, I wasn't done with my doing the Congo story yet.
Congo. Yeah.
My bad. My
Oh,
internet is
shit.
choppy as shit too. My
Mine
internet
too,
is-
don't
It is.
worry.
I don't know what the
I don't
hell's
know what's
going
up.
on, bro. No, you,
I think
you
it's 'cause a
Brando,
lot
you
of
sound
people are
great,
at home.
and I sound great. Adam, you
Yeah.
keep chopping up like a fucking
Yeah,
jackhammer,
for sure.
nigga.
No, I
Chopping
I
up
hear
like
it.
You
My
Memphis.
sound like
apologies.
you're
That's
talking to
hitbox.
me on an ATC headset, nigga.
Shit, your
Yeah,
cords.
I'm not sure what's going on there. My apologies, but I just spent 4 fucking hours on the phone with Comcast the other day, just 3 days ago. So I bet
Seriously?
I called them every goddamn name in the book, and I'm sure they're not too happy with me. So they're probably
We
sending
just
my
talked
shit out.
about that, didn't
You
we?
just shit on him.
Yeah.
You don't have to with you at all.
No, but so I wanted to say that story because I wanted to come back to this. So this dude is in Germany for 4 days, or excuse me, 4 years, and comes back to the Congo. If you had to be on the run, let's say, and get away, stay low, but still be a part of society, how long do you guys think you could stay? Like, let's say the government or somebody's after you. Like, how long do you guys think you could stay on the run without being caught? And where are some of the places you think you would go? Like, where do you think
Without
you
being
could stay
caught.
on the run the longest?
So I always say that, like, people who have to run away, or most of these people in these situations they've fucked up every situation they've got. They've fucked up every partnership they've had. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love my people and I'm loyal to people. And so I have this hope that they would be as loyal to me and hide me, help me, hide me. So I would be at just like, I would just bounce back and forth from friends' houses.
So you think
And-
you could manage to do that here in the States? You think you could manage to
Yes.
stay? Ooh. See, I think you
1000%.
got to go outside the country.
Let me just say,
It all
sure,
depends.
like-
It all depends on how egregious the case is. If it's on some like money laundering scheme or some bullshit, then hell yeah, I gotta bounce, nigga. You like Edward Snowden, nigga. I'm going like my nigga Eddie. I'm hiding somewhere, blocking my IP.
But Eddie's not hiding
Fuck
shit, bro.
yeah.
Eddie's very obviously in plain sight, but he's smarter than most people.
No,
Like,
he's in plain sight, but he's hiding his location. Like he's showing
right.
himself.
But he's not. He's smarter.
But he's
than most,
disguising
you know what I'm
his
saying?
location.
Yeah, he's not like you're essentially
Yeah.
trying to locate an NSA hacker, right? And good
Right.
luck for a person who knows everything that you know, right? Like that.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. So it depends how egregious the shit is, right? Because if it's on some murder shit, or if it's on some like robbery shit, or some B&E shit, whatever. Man, fuck you, nigga. I'm hiding, nigga. You ain't finding me, dog. I'm sorry.
But where would you hide though?
But if it's on-
because he asked 2 questions, where would you hide though?
Like I said, I would hide in friends' houses. I would hide in sheds, nigga. I would hide in fucking garages. Yeah, nigga. You know what I mean? You got a tree house, nigga? I'm gonna climb up in the motherfucking tree house, nigga.
Nah,
But what if
see,
you have to be on the run? Let's
I'm
say you have to
going
be
to,
on the run
like-
for 12
I'm-
years, though.
I'm heading
If you had to be on the run for,
Fiji.
like,
If I had to be on the run for
12
years.
12
I'm
years,
heading-
I'm definitely going to another country, dog.
But what country are you going to? Like,
I'm heading to Fiji. Fiji's my spot.
nah, I'm not. Look, let me explain. Let me answer this, right? Because you asked two interesting questions. You were like, if you going on the run, like what part of where would you go first, and then what part of that world would you feel most you could get away with it the longest? You know,
Like
Like,
still and
first-
still be a part of society.
and still be a part of still be a functioning member of that whatever society
Ecuador.
you're hanging out in.
Guatemala.
This motherfucker's in Ecuador.
Honestly, here's the thing, right?
Right, Carmen
I'm
Sandiego.
I'm going to take a look at countries. I'm going to take a look at countries that have extradition treaties with the United States, right? Any country that has
This
an extradition
fucking
treaty
guy.
with the United States,
Every time.
I'm not going there.
Every time.
I'm not going. I am not going to a country that has an extradition treaty with the United States. But to me, that's common sense.
You you take the fun out of everything, Brando. God.
Well, I'm just being honest. I probably also am creating a few criminals too by actually answering honestly. Maybe I should lie
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. So he's
Well, I've
gonna
already said it, so I'm just gonna go
research
ahead
the
and help you guys
government
out.
and every
No. I'm
application
going to
and make
find
sure
out what
there's no-
countries have extradition treaties with the United
Extradition.
States. Then I'm going to find out what countries will force me to leave because some countries don't allow you to stay permanently. But any country that I can either pay to stay in or just always be in because they don't care.
That's too
I'm
much
going there.
research.
No, it's not because
No,
I've
what's
already
that?
thought
What's
about this
that?
and I
What
have the
countries
answer.
are those?
There's a few
What
of them.
countries are
One,
those?
Brazil. Another, Brazil's like one of my favorite ones because it doesn't take much for them to take you in. All you
Those are
pretty
the
much have to do is get
bitches.
all you have to pretty much do is get a girl pregnant. Like that right there will pretty much make you a Brazilian citizen. So,
I'll
like,
bust some nuts.
That's
to
like
some fucking
that
little,
is at the top
little
of my
Portuguese
list.
hoes.
But I will also say this though. The place that I would choose as a blind person is not the same place that I would choose as a sighted person. Because if I was sighted, there's a place that would definitely protect me a lot better with what I know how to do. And that's some place like the Afghan, Pakistan tribal areas or some shit. I just turn into a fucking Muslim and just hide out in the fucking mountains. like
Yes,
Native Americans.
sir.
Nobody would fucking ever.
Yes,
and I look like a fucking Moroccan, right? Like no one's gonna fucking bother me. I'd be great. I'd turn into a Muslim, and if I ever need to come back to the United States, I just go to Karachi and fly back to Europe and then back to the States. But I don't know. If as a blind person, I think Brazil.
You
is
can't be
probably
talking about
the
your
best
crotch on
option.
here, homie. And that's white people jokes.
Yeah.
844-997-0775. Let us know where you would hide out. What country would you go to? Where do you think you could last the longest without anybody
Don't try
finding you?
niggas copy my swag.
And still try to be a part of the society.
Yeah, 'cause then they gonna catch you.
Hashtag
'Cause I'll call you in,
Twitter
nigga.
at
I'll call you in. I'll fucking rat on your ass,
Yeah.
nigga. I'll 6'9" this shit. I'm a 6'9" this motherfucker, yeah, man. And I'm gonna
Nigga,
come
I'm
out
in the-
successful with a banging ass record career. Find the
And the
baddest hoes
motherfucking
from my video. Y'all niggas is
Precinct
trash. Y'all
telling
niggas is
everything
booty.
that he knows, bro. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! In the fucking chair, just talking. Nigga. Yo, from 3 years old, I wasn't talking to parents, bro. I wasn't talking to nobody. What are you doing?
Right.
Literally
Minding
up
my
here.
own, bitch.
But I'm also not randomly racketeering and shooting people and like showing up in gangster disciple neighborhoods at one of them. Like, gee, like at some point, like this shit is gonna catch up with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop rapping. I'm at the point where I'm at the point where I don't want to keep rapping, bro. Rapping is making me feel like it's really
Yo, rapping is scaring me, bro.
rapping is dangerous, bro.
Rapping is scaring me. I think I have a better career than this fucking just screaming into a microphone shit.
Should
Not
we
real style.
should we give the listeners a little taste of what you guys can do for rapping? Maybe
No.
there's some people that haven't heard you guys before.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead and play the. We have a premiere track
SoundCloud.com.
called "Get Money" that we can just play, and from there you can go listen to the rest of that shit on your own, should you so choose. If Dan wanted to load that track
man.
up, but you also had another link in there, Adam, that was very interesting.
Which
about
one?
cologne. And I'm sure you probably
Oh,
sent
yeah,
it
yeah,
knowing
yeah.
that I would fixate on it. That shit was hilarious. Bro, that right there is right next to New York accent in the like Urban Dictionary. New York accent, this bitch and vibes what it is.
So we've talked about our
Oh
cologne.
man. Yeah, we've talked
obsessions
extensively. I have a cologne
quite
problem.
a bit about that, but
You guys have actually heard me
there'll be a
opening boxes of
female's
cologne
perspective
on
on this, and I'll go ahead. Let me track down this video real quick. And this is a female's perspective. Well, let's talk. Excuse me. Let's talk a little bit about our perspective, roughly. Let's just kind of recap our thoughts on cologne and what we, how we kind of utilize our cologne,
I'll go last.
and then we'll go into what this female was talking about.
Dan.
Well, no, go ahead. No, well, I honestly, so my colognes, I always believe in you having several different colognes. So one for the house,
Absolutely.
one for the crib, some basic ass bullshit. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
when you hop out of the shower, you staying in the crib, you got something to throw on.
Smelling fresh.
Something that you throw on for everyday use, like something. So, I use a lot of old shit in Adam's eyes.
So do I in Adam's eyes.
I respect
because
the old
Adam-
stuff though.
I wear a lot of old shit too. So look,
But
use
you know
a lot
what's
of old
crazy
shit.
is
I
the
use-
old
But I
stuff
also-
is the
but
good
I-
stuff. The
It
old
is,
stuff
though.
is the
It
good
is,
stuff.
though.
I don't like a lot
Yeah,
of this
bro.
new shit that they got out there today.
But I'm not gonna
into
lie,
that. I
though.
like
It's too
I
much.
like the old school fucking Calvin Klein obsession.
we-
I like fucking.
I don't like obsession.
Eternity.
Yes.
I like cool
Obsession is
water. I
repulsive.
like fucking.
yeah, Eternity is good. Eternity.
You know the old shit. I'll still
Like I
rock
told
that.
you,
Now I got some new shit like the
Ed Hardy,
YSL La Home.
True
That's my
Religion.
go-to.
All that
Versace.
shit. YSL. YSL
Hey, but
dope.
I'm gonna be honest. As a collector, old, new, or somewhere in between, I have it all. But what I like, in a lot of people's eyes, is older. Yeah, but I also like some. To me, cologne is just like music. The older shit typically better. Is there some newer stuff I
Always
like?
better.
Absolutely. But and I wear what I like, And some of the stuff I don't have just to wear. Some of it I have. It's better in the bottle.
You gotta
and I
have some
like it.
different shit to impress different hoes, man. Not every
And that's
hoe's
another
nose
thing
is
too.
the
Not
same.
every person's nose is the same. Exactly.
Not every
That's
hoe's
exactly
nose
right.
is the same. You know
And
what
even
I'm
if I don't like it, she likes it. So
saying? Exactly. It's not about what you like.
not always, no.
You know what I'm saying? In that
Exactly.
regard, if you're trying to get some pussy,
But let me say something though. Let me say something about cologne though. Cologne can only get you so far. And this is actually going to kind of get into what the video is actually talking about. Cologne can only
Yes.
get you so far. Cologne is not about to, Cologne is not going to make a 5 turn into a 10. It might get a 5,
Exactly.
some 8. It might get a 5, some 8 attention, but it's not going to turn you into. You know what I mean? Like at some
that's
point,
like
someone's
spraying
going to wake up
Febreze in
in
the
the morning.
shitty bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it never
exactly.
goes away. It's just mixed in. you feel
Exactly.
me?
It's just gonna smell like flowery shit.
On booty, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
on
flowery
booty.
shit, baby.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not
Yeah,
good.
if you planted roses in your asshole after taking a shit, you didn't wipe your ass. That's
at
literally
all.
what Febreze.
And the thing is,
Hey,
like, at
fuck
some
the
point,
nigga,
it's
bro,
it's
you
just
know
like
what
the
I'm
makeup women wear, bro. The cologne's gonna wear off. Like, at some point, people are gonna realize you're a 300-pound slovenly asshole. Like you
Yeah.
need to just fucking go to Planet Fitness or something. You need to do something with yourself because the cologne is not gonna get you that far. And even if you're a fucking 100-pound soaking wet dude, you need to fucking bulk up, eat protein. Bacon is your friend, I don't know. It's I just think cologne's only gonna get people
No
so
nigga should
far.
be no nigga should be sitting at like 100, 115, nigga. That's crazy. That's too much.
Bro, just
like
3
that's
years
too
ago, I was 125 pounds.
Nah, that's too much, bro.
I was
don't you
hella
have-
sick.
but you
though.
have health
I was
conditions. You're like a
5'10",
bitch.
I was
Health conditions,
5'10",
right?
125 pounds.
You're
I
like
was
a
hella
bitch.
sick.
But yeah.
But you have
health
diabetes, right?
conditions though.
No. I'm not diabetic anymore. But no, I was. I don't really know what was going on. I was
you
really
still looking like a
dehydrated,
bitch
and I
then?
was like, no, I'm back up. I'm 175 pounds now. Like I was.
Nah, there you
I
go.
was
Now you look like a
125
man.
back then.
Like a man.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
man.
175.
You have breasts now?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't got titties. Fuck that. I try not to keep the
Yeah,
titties.
breasts.
He said, "I try not
Jesus
to keep
Christ.
it
Yeah, my
titties."
lady's got a beautiful rack.
I got a set that lays right next to me at night. That's that nigga said.
That
Are
shit
they
sits
bigger
in
than
my
her torso?
armpit.
Like, how big are they?
My lady?
Yeah.
34D, I believe, is what that
Oh, okay.
How tall
I'm
she?
glad.
She's shorty, right?
I'm so happy I grew up with sisters, bro.
5'6".
Growing up with sisters helps me understand shit. in a
Oh,
fundamental
shit.
Way.
Oh wow, she's taller than I expected. That's crazy.
Play that video.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it real quick. Sorry, guys.
I can email it to you. I saved it because that shit was hilarious. Yo, that bitch said, "Yo,
So
guac,
what's
yo,
the
the shit that she was saying, bro.
Yo,
Fuck
did you guys hear my
Cologne, bro.
message?
Her voice.
I want to hear this, but did you guys hear my message about the fucking video?
Of the kid.
Of the mom.
Yeah, the mom hitting the kid.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
Oh.
I saw that. Bro, it's one of those situations where I have flashbacks and I'm like, God, that's not me. That could be me, nigga. That's
Just don't dance like that, nigga. Don't get your
don't
dance off,
Just
nigga.
do not
Don't
dance.
dance.
Mm-mm.
How the fuck dare you be dancing like shaking your ass? You a boy. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. The fuck, are you serious?
Bro, I don't know how to dance.
But he's a
Like,
little ass kid.
But like,
Like, I
like,
mean,
it's kind of like I said.
if the
look,
music video is on.
here's the thing, right?
Get outta
Does
here,
anyone
bro.
think Drake's gay?
Okay, here
like,
it
and
is.
I
Hold
mean,
on,
we
got that.
can
Hold on,
call
before
Drake.
we move on. Here's the clone video. Before we move on. Oh wait, sorry. I gotta hit play.
Listen, y'all be underestimating the power of good cologne, bro. You show up, you pick up a dime, you smell good, kid. I promise you, she already planning to grease you at the end of the night. In her mind, soon as she smell the cologne, she already know her panties coming off at the end of the night. But he smell good. Come on, bro. I don't even give a fuck if you ugly, kid. You got on the right cologne. A bitch will look past all that shit. Cologne will get you big suicide, kid. You show up to a fucking date, pick up a dime, you smell good. She already planning to bend your ass on about Bubba at the end of the night, kid. She gonna laugh at you with Bubba. No cap. Listen, that cologne will get you further than your words could ever get you, kid. You got Creed meds on me. That shit right there is the devil. You know, Creed automatically getting boo-boo at the end of the night. Big suicide all night for the
Automatically
okay?
getting
You
boo-boo.
got Prada, Versace, kid. Come on. Come on, I understand some of y'all smoke weed, but don't let that be a permanent fragrance, kid. Like,
Oh.
sure, it be a Shenzhen. You feel me? Open the door for her. She smell that whiff for your cologne. That's what I mean. Boo-boon. Boo-boon. All night for you. Boo-boon.
That bitch sucks
I-
a mean dick, bitch. That bitch sucks a mean dick.
What is my body, yo? I swear to
Yo,
God.
yo.
That bitch
She
sucks
big facts,
a
though. Big
mean
facts. Big facts.
Stereotype,
As a
bro,
stoner,
like,
your scent should
walk
not be stoner smell. You should not smell like a fucking skunk all day long. Like, that's big facts. Like, take care of yourselves, take care of your skin, do what you got to do, wash your clothes regularly. Like, smoke.
My question is,
Like a
who's not
goddamn
doing that?
chimney.
To me, that's not a
But
stoner thing. That's a dirty
if
person
you-
thing.
No, because there's some weed heads that
Yeah,
smell
but
like
here's the
skunk
thing,
all
though.
day long.
This is what I'm pushing back against.
You gotta
I
figure
have a
that shit
problem
out.
with the idea that it's weed that makes them do that. If they didn't smoke weed, they'd still do that. Like, I don't think weed is making people dirty.
Maybe
I think they're
'cause
dirty
it's-
people.
Well, I mean, then the BO or then the weed is overpowering their BO smell if they're not washing their ass.
Probably, which is a better thing than
most of
what
the
would happen if
time-
they didn't smoke weed.
Most
some of
of
these
the
dirty ass
time,
niggas need to
what's
smoke weed.
happening? But so hold on. Most of the time, what's happening though? If that nigga smells like straight skunk, you know he's the plug
Yes.
because
Preach.
what's happening?
yeah.
He's
Preach.
carrying
But
weed
your
on
plug
him.
is probably
He's carrying weed
48
on him.
years old, listens to Tom Petty, Rolling Stones, and he's a fucking hippie. So
Fuck
he
no, not in the
gets-
hood.
But dude, but look, wait.
Oh, well,
hippies
in the hood,
hippies
yeah,
flock
yeah.
together.
It's always
right? So,
a tall, big
hippies
black
aren't
dude
not gonna care
who
though.
fucking
Debo.
smells like a fucking plant. Nigga smells like Bob Marley.
He smells like fucking
You know what I'm
OG.
saying?
He smells like OG 18, right? Like, but again, though, here's the thing. Again, all of these people who don't take showers, they're not taking showers. They're not using skincare, and it has nothing to do with weed because you can find these people who don't smoke weed all the time. Them smoking weed isn't gonna like it doesn't. I don't know, dude. Like, I think people are giving the drug too much credit. Like, what else can it stop you from doing if it can stop you from washing your ass? Can it stop you from being a thief? Can it stop you from being a mass murderer, maybe, probably. More people should smoke weed, really, if that's the case. But I don't think people are not showering because blunts are in their hands. Dan manages to take a shower. I do. Tons of other people. I don't know. I don't see the connection.
The thing is, there's a constant thing where, once, weed is definitely a hated thing.
Oh, definitely.
Hashtag
Ann Coulter.
You don't see people going this hard on people who smell like straight up, who got beer breath. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Or
always find
tobacco.
that pretty interesting.
Cigarettes.
Or tobacco, yes.
Yeah,
Or
that's
smell
facts,
like
that's
a
facts.
fucking, and and so I only see this with weed, and so like, that's why sometimes I kind of like tap out of these conversations, because I'm like, yeah, that's just like the bias, indoctrinated fucking view of fucking marijuana and how you're supposed to feel about people who smell like weed. But people who smell like weed are just like people who smell like fucking people who smoke cigs with their nasty ass and it gets trapped in their hair and their fucking and their nails.
And honestly, I would rather smell weed than smell cigarettes.
Me too.
100
But that's
100
our
100
bias.
But that's
our bias.
and that's
though.
my point, and that's
For
what
sure, for
Brando
sure.
is
I mean,
saying.
weed,
But that's what
yeah,
Brando
like
is
weed,
saying,
we're
bro.
gonna do tobacco.
It's the person. It's the person. Because if it wasn't weed, it would be cigs. If it wasn't cigs, it would be beer breath or fucking booze breath. If it wasn't
You know what's
booze
crazy
breath,
is, like,
or
back
maybe
in the
just a bad
day-
relationship with deodorant.
Back in the
Right.
day when we were slanging weed, like we'd have a shit ton of weed in the car, and the car would just smell like skunk.
reek of it.
And
Smell like a
over-
straight skunk.
Over time, we'd go to the car stores and buy them little trees. And this was back when the car air freshener trees, they had like 70 different flavors of those things. And we'd go through and buy different ones every time until we found like a right mixture of like weed and like good scent. And we eventually came on this one that was like cinnaberry. It was like a cinnamon berry tree.
Oh, I can see it
And
because it
that
spices it out.
Mixed with the weed.
Uh-huh.
Man, it was the best goddamn scent. Like, you'd get in the homeboy's car and it'd be like, yo, it smells so goddamn good in this car right now. Like, we just
It's like
created
you want to eat
our
it. It's
own
like you want to
weed
grab the
scent.
plant and you want to eat that motherfucker. Goddamn it.
Yeah. It's like, let's
Which
spark
I
up
do
right
sometimes.
now.
If I find like a random piece somewhere, I'll just like pop it in my mouth and.
You pop the stem in. You got a little
I do
stem.
that all
and
the
you wanna-
time.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Or nugs,
stoner shit,
or
stoner shit.
crumbs, or whatever that just
Yeah.
is not worth putting in a
Yes.
bowl. I just put it in my mouth. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I spent money
You know
on that. I'm
something
not going
weird,
to
though?
fucking throw it out. Are you nuts?
I don't know why this story occurs to me, but I actually I made myself some weed tea once, and it was the weirdest high because I actually went to sleep and woke up 9 hours later, and I couldn't figure out why I was laughing. I laughed. Something changed in my head. I started crying, believe it or not, and then I passed out again and woke up 9 hours later. Normal.
I don't think you had weed on me. That sounds
No,
like
that
some
was
other
weed.
shit.
That was straight up and down
You
weed,
had
bro.
some
That
weird
was
shit.
actual. That was weed. And the thing is, I
Sam
made it
in
with
the
my
chat
hands.
saying
no one
for
actually
a
sold it
long
to me.
time ago. Sam in the chat saying, take a shot for every time Adam says something painfully white, and that's coming from a white person. So I love that.
I don't
What
know
did I
I'm
say
looking.
that was painfully white? Come on, painfully?
It was probably the white joke.
Jesus.
The really
He doesn't
corny
like
white
your
joke.
ad.
Jesus Christ!
She sounds like she would have DSLs. Says Sam.
Do you have DSL, Sam?
That's not appropriate, Brando.
Sure it is.
That was very white. Take a shot.
If we can talk about your, if we
I
can
can
talk
get
about
you
old ladies
fucked
DSL, we can talk
up
about Sam
before
DSL.
you get off the show.
We could talk about everybody's DSLs. Everybody is fucking at stake here. God damn it! If you know us, there's no fucking protection for your ass, nigga. Listen,
No.
I've shared a lot of.
I know a
fucking
Dutch girl.
It-
Let me shut up.
Within the last fucking, it's almost a year that we've been doing this podcast. Almost a fucking year. And I can tell
It's only
you right
like
now,
3
I
months
have
we've been doing these lives, though. 3 or 4 months.
I have shown I've told a lot of stories. I've told a
I haven't
lot
even
of stories.
Hit the iceberg
About-
yet. I
about-
haven't even cracked the tip of the
Well,
iceberg yet.
just about people that probably wouldn't be happy about me telling stories about them on the air, but
Oh, I got
fuck it.
Fuck
it.
Jesus
Fuck it.
Christ. Yeah. I got stories. Like I was.
No one is exempt, man.
I don't even know where to start. Like if we wanted to go.
No
into
one is
story
exempt
time,
on this goddamn
I
show.
don't even know where to start. Man.
We have to share some stories at some point for sure.
Yeah, we'll
gotta-
do a story time.
Yeah, we'll do.
This is that video you were talking about just a minute ago. This is the kid dancing to the Megan.
Megan Thee Stallion's got a song called
yeah,
Savage out. And only people who should be dancing to the song is girls.
You don't do that shit. Fuck wrong with you?
Yes.
Gay ass bitch.
The gay ass bitch.
She put him in his place. She said, "You don't do that shit, gay ass bitch." let's listen to that. Let's listen to that one again. That was stupid.
Oh, it's so good.
You don't do that shit. What's wrong with you? Gay ass bitch.
And he will be straight the rest of his life. He will not think about sucking dick.
Never
Goddamn
again.
right, she smacked the fucking
she smacked
He
homosexual
will
the
ass.
never,
right
and I don't know if I'm getting through with the amount of sarcasm, but he will never consider the word gay ever again. All because of this moment.
He said, "You gay ass
She
bitch."
said, what?
Of the years, mother of the year, right there. That is
That
the
mom.
mother
That's
of the year.
is that the mom you want to leave your kids with? I mean, but no. Listen, hey, listen. That's a very subjective thing.
Yeah.
If you want to beat your kids for dancing, by all means, beat them up, black their eyes, cut off their ears. That was just not the way I would choose to parent that situation. But okay. Wow, that was funny though.
It is fun.
Do we want to
Gay
look
ass
at do we want to talk about a racist man talking about black women?
Is he black or is he white?
I know the hitting kids subject is always really sensitive here, but that's a really funny video because
No, okay, no, wait, time out.
Hold on, wait.
Let's back that train up. I don't.
No, for
Look,
not for
we
you, for
got into this
Brando,
already.
because
We
Brando
got
doesn't
we got
agree
into
in
this already.
in-
Yeah. We got it. We
in hitting
spent like
kids.
45 minutes
there's
on the
like I
line
said,
talking about
like I said, yeah, there's a time and I've always said like there's a time and place to hit kids. I just don't see that as being one of them.
But overall, you don't
her-
believe in hitting kids, just in general, like as a just a
Generally-
principle thing, you don't believe in.
Generally, I think it should be applied.
That's not how it shouldn't be
Wouldn't
handled,
be.
right?
Not here where we are. No. Now, here's the thing. I don't think any situation is cookie cutter. In places like the Dominican Republic or in Colombia, some parts of Brazil, absolutely, kids should get spanked more. But there's a reason for it. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't like to be general. People always, in general, that's not a general topic. It is very different based on where you are and who you're dealing with.
I'm just
and what
based on
kids
the
you're dealing
conversations that you and I've had on
with.
and off air.
But I do think
just the
people who are
overall
loose-handed-
view.
I do think people who are loose-handed with the idea of just hitting kids, it is kind of stupid. Doesn't necessarily make better kids. A lot of times it makes more violent
But-
ones. Look at me.
Adam, what do you feel about this video?
I'm all for it. I'm
Video's
all
fine
Me
as
for
too,
shit.
it.
You
All
gay
for it.
ass bitch.
too.
All
Oh,
for
that
it.
was great.
Are you
I mean,
nuts?
yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
like,
fucking wonder.
there's nothing wrong with that. That was normal. Yeah. Look,
Oh, I
I'm a
agree. That was
white
definitely
dude.
normal.
I was a
I
white dude
definitely
raised by
think that
two
was
white
normal.
parents. Granted, they may have been divorced, but if my mom or my pops would have caught me doing some gay ass female dance in the living room at 5
Doesn't it-
years old,
but
6
doesn't it
years
tell
old,
you
my
something?
dad would have came
Hang
in
on.
and said, "Bitch, what are you doing?"
I want to
Quit
examine
that
this,
shit.
right? Doesn't this tell you something
Right,
that you
Adam.
never got caught doing
That's
something
what
like
I'm
that? Like,
talking
did you ever do anything like that? Did either of you ever do anything like that?
No, because
Right,
I
I
didn't need to.
Well, I didn't need to either. I never
from
had
my mom
the
and my
impulse.
dad to know that I'm a boy and I
Nah,
do
see, that's
boy
the thing.
things.
Like, I didn't necessarily see any of that really.
you grew up with sisters than a mom.
I grew up with but I did what I wanted. I never had the influence to just go shake my ass to a music video ever. Like that's never been.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You didn't have to be. Yes, bro.
Like temptation.
Bro, we're agreeing.
You're agreeing, right? But what I'm saying is
agreeing.
like there's a point that I'm trying to make here. The point that I'm trying to make is that kid probably is gay. To me, that's an early warning sign. If you're in there playing with Barbies, like we always hear this, like, when did you know you were gay? Well, I knew I was gay when I was a kid. Well, how'd you know? Well, I always wanted to play with Barbies. I always wanted to do this. To me, that's an early warning sign. If this guy is in here shaking his ass and feeling or maybe he's a feminine guy. I really don't fucking know. But
Sam in the chat says he's a kid.
But here's what I'm telling
dance.
you. Her slapping him.
I said,
No. Her slapping him is not going to stop him.
I don't think so. If he's
doing
some girly herky jerky dance, no, stop that shit early. Stop that shit early.
Crazy.
Let him figure out he's gay when he's 14, 15 years old, 13, 14, 15 years old.
You're not girls dancing and shaking their ass on TikTok.
You're not stopping that process by doing that.
I know.
There's a much better way than just decking the kid. Plus, did she open hand hit him or did she close hand hit him? That shit sounded hard as hell. Dude, that shit sounded hard as fuck. Did you hear that shit? Now play that shit again. Play that shit. Yeah, no. Play that shit again. Yeah, that sounded like a deck of cards slapping a table. She was like,
nigga.
Sub-Zero just went across Scorpio shit. No, she wasn't fucking around.
Yeah, nah. My mom probably wouldn't have slapped me. My dad definitely would have. My dad would have fucking shanked me up by my motherfucking neck, nigga. Are you nuts? What?
Hold on, listen.
You don't do that. Bam! Fuck wrong with you? Gay ass bitch.
Ow! On you.
Bitch. Look.
Across the face. Yo, I wonder if he was bleeding after that.
Or just in the hood. Just in the hood. If any of your niggas knew you was dancing like that, them niggas would fuck you up.
They would fuck you
up.
up.
Just the way she says that shit, though. Just the way she
Take out the mom. I know, dude. The gay ass bitch is my favorite.
Like
she says it with so much passion.
You
gay ass.
That's the way it was though, right? Like that's the way that's the way it was.
How
like
I
growing
grew
up, right?
too.
Like growing up, right? Like if you did something, even if it was a mistake, someone misheard you, they thought you said something gay. Like my cousins, like those hood ass crazy ass niggas you heard in the car that day, those guys would light my chest up as a 9, 8, 9
nigga.
Like just closed fist. What the fuck did you just say?
Bro, are you fucking serious?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Bro, I
else.
remember
Dude,
one of my niggas saying some shit that sounded questionable, and one of my niggas was just like, "Bro, you don't fucking say that shit here, nigga. I will fuck you up, dog." Like it's literal. It's literal. Don't say that, nigga. There's a bunch of men around you, nigga. Are you serious?
But again,
are you serious?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. I do not, right? I've never been influenced or tempted to say any shit like that. So whenever I see people out there shaking their asses and saying gay shit and holding their wrists limply and fucking moving with
showing
with
their nails
wide
off
apart and shit, yeah, doing playing with dolls as boys and just being effeminate. You know what I mean? Like overly effeminate. Not like I like to use lotion. Like no, I'm talking like I like to do my hair. I like to dress well. I clean houses and I talk with a lisp. Like it's all the signs are just glaringly there. And
people's
right
cousins, my niggas' cousins would have been
warning
after
sign.
me. They would have shot me dead if they knew that I was shaking my ass to music like that. That's crazy.
Well, it pays that he's 5 years old. No
They
one's
would've
gonna
had me
shoot a
killed.
5-year-old most of the time. Like no one's gonna shoot a 5-year-old. This gets 5. Thankfully,
Not a
he's 5.
5-year-old.
And again,
Well,
like,
I'm
that's a
talking
subjective
about-
thing. If you want to beat your kids' asses for that, by all means. That's your job. That's your
Look,
lookout.
I'm just saying, like that's
It's part of the reason I'm happy I don't
that's-
have boys, because raising men is a hard thing to do these days. Do it in the fucking mountains
You
of
think
Colorado.
so over girls? With
Yeah,
a lot of the
definitely.
shit that girls have to worry about and the shit that Republicans try to do with
but see, the
abortion
shit that
rights
girls
and all
have,
that shit?
the only reason girls have to worry about that shit is because most of those girls that have to worry about it don't have the dads to support and raise them to teach them how to deal with that shit. Like I know the trick of the trade because I have used them and sometimes do use them extensively. she's going to know all those things. There's nothing a guy is going to be able to pull that she's not going to know. And even if it's her hormones talking to her, she's going to at least know it's that. So
Sure.
like, I'm not worried. I think raising kids is not the scary thing people make it out to be, but I just prefer to raise. I grew up with sisters, so maybe that's part of it. But raising
I
kids
wish I
is
had
the
a
thing to
son.
do.
I love my daughter with all my heart. I would die for my daughter.
I
but
need a son.
I
don't
wish I
even
had a
want
son.
one so
I
much
wish
as
I
I
had a
need
son.
one.
I don't
need a
need
son at this
shit. I love
need
my
a son.
goddamn money. Thank
I
you.
guess I
No,
have a
look,
legacy
if
to
I
pass
couldn't
on,
have
bro.
kids-
I
if I
have
couldn't
a
have
legacy to pass on.
If I could reverse it, fuck it. I would in that regard. If I was in that
I'm
position
not
again,
reversing shit.
and I didn't have to nut in her, I would fucking definitely. pull out
I'm
of it.
happy being
Just
uncle.
like
I
every other
love being
fucking
an
time.
uncle. Did I want
would
kids
not
at some
reverse
point?
anything.
Sure, but at this point in my life, no. I love my money. I've fallen head over heels in love with my money, and I love
That's
what I can do
exactly
with
it,
my
brother.
money, and not have to keep that money for my goddamn little kid that's probably gonna be a fuck up just like I was. So
That's
Thank
I gotta
God.
buy shit for, and it's gonna grow out of it. And then I buy nice shit, and it touches with its
100%. 100%. And I'm not hating. Shout out to parents. Shout out to everybody that has kids.
No, dude, I get it.
I love little kids.
totally get where you're coming from. You like your stuff. Your stuff is your
Yeah.
stuff. No
Yeah.
one gets to have your
Yeah.
shit. I get it. I totally get it.
100%.
And here's the thing. In essence, I agree with you. One thing that I like more than my stuff, though, is pussy. And because I like pussy so much, I'm not always willing to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's that time, whether or not there's birth control, right? Whether or not
the way
there's
that
birth
it just
control,
falls
I'm
off
not
the
always
tongue is so
willing
smooth
to
and so
pull out of it. So therefore,
how you
when
know
I
it's like that's a
ejaculate,
big black dick.
sometimes
It was
sometimes one of those fucking tadpoles gets through, and a frog hatches, and that motherfucker,
Bro.
is a fucking warrior princess out this bitch.
Oh, warrior princess.
But I need a warrior. Like I said, I need a son. I do need a son. I have a legacy. I have a lot to leave a man, bro. I got women.
Oh,
can't
so
walk
you're
in these
not
shoes
done.
like
You're
this.
not done.
No, I don't think so, bro. That's the thing, and that's the weird thing. Listen,
Oh,
I hate a
boy.
kid. And
Oh, boy.
I stand by what I said. I don't.
boy.
I stand by what I said. Hold on. I stand by what I said.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't like kids.
But he's
I don't
not
really-
done.
I don't think so. But I'm also not trying to do it. Like, here's the thing, right? I'm the guy. I buy birth control. I buy birth control. Like, if you're fucking
Yeah.
with me, you're gonna have birth control. I say that.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, I think it's something biological. Like, I don't know. I feel like I need a son right now. Like, I don't know. The girls.
Hey,
are gonna
wait,
gravitate
going
to
back,
martial arts
because
stuff.
one of you guys mentioned like a 5-year-old earlier. Did you guys hear this story about the 5-year-old in Utah stealing the car? Obviously not. I'll continue.
No,
So there was a
I haven't.
5-year-old in
Go ahead,
Utah.
please share with the class, cocksucker.
There was a 5-year-old in Utah. A 5-year-old in Utah who he was mad at his mom because his mom would not buy him a Lamborghini. And so
Jack the
when his
car.
mom wasn't looking somehow, he stole the SUV and hightailed it down the street.
Hold on.
Just about got onto the highway, almost like 2 miles away from where
Okay.
the mom was.
Who are his
5-year-old.
parents? Who are his parents,
A
and what does he do for a
5-year-old
hobby? Like, what does he do?
driving an SUV. He almost got onto the highway before he got stopped by a police. The police officer stops him, pulls up, and is like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to buy a Lamborghini. And he had $3 in his pocket. And he was ready to go buy that. Like, he was ready.
That's my little nigga.
And he was mad. He was mad because his mom wouldn't take him to go buy a Lamborghini. So he stole that shit.
That's
Stole
my
the
little
car.
nigga, man. You know what's gonna be crazy about that little nigga though? He's gonna be a dope ass hustler.
You know what's crazy though? Where I had a
Stupid
problem with it though, where I had a problem with it is that so this was in Utah. A dude came up with his Lamborghini, like a couple days later, came up, showed the kid the Lamborghini, let the kid get in the Lamborghini. He started it, revved the engine, all that kind of shit. Like I think some police officers got involved and made it a big thing. Like they were like making it look like what the kid did was okay. Like he got rewarded for what he
I
did.
see what you're saying.
And I had a fucking problem with that. That part I had a problem with. Like, no, that little motherfucker's getting his ass tanned because you stole
Right.
the car. You're 5 years
Right.
old. You stole the car. No,
Do we-
son. No, you're
I
grounded
totally
until you're
agree.
18
No, but
years
that's
old.
my
That-
thing. I agree with
Hang
you,
on.
Adam. I
So-
agree with you.
So in that instance, right, like me, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I hate speaking generally. So for in that concept, in that scenario, yes, he would be getting his ass beat up the stairs, down the stairs, into the basement, across the tool bench so that I could find something heavier. to
Yes,
hammer.
nigga, I'm fucking
Like-
you
like-
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
Yeah.
But there is a clear-cut reason for it, and
But
it's
then
because
they
not
fucking
only did
put
you risk
people's
your
lives
life,
in fucking
you
danger
risked
and your
other
life in
people's
danger.
lives, and
Yeah.
that is
Yes,
a fucking
bro.
problem.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
That's a problem with my car.
Yes,
100%.
even so with the fucking car. Yeah, I would
So-
fuck you up.
But even
Oh
still,
my
I don't
God.
care. Even still, that kid's a Superman. Who the fuck are his grandfather? Must be Chuck Norris, bro.
No,
Like,
dude,
this dude
I
knows how to
don't have
drive.
that's the thing.
Who the fuck are
I'm
his
gonna tell
dad-
you
who's
guys
his
right
dad?
now. My daughter's very lucky that she's getting raised by her very easygoing mom. She punishes her for sure, but she buys her everything she wants. She gives her everything she fucking wants, and I'm gonna tell you right now, she's lucky it wasn't me. I'd be harder on my fucking kid. Like, I'm telling you, like, and it's not even to be an asshole. It's just because I know how the world is. You see what I'm saying? I know how the world is. So, like, you gotta fucking, I want her to work for her own shit. I want her to fucking do her own shit, nigga. You want a car? You paying for a fucking car. You get what I'm saying? You want a phone? You gonna pay for your phone, nigga. 1000%.
When did you guys have to start paying for your own shit? Like a cell phone? Like for you guys, it would be cell phones. Like I had to fucking page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when did you guys have to start actually kicking your mom down $40 or whatever, $50 for the cell phone? Or did you guys have your own plans right out the gate?
No, I was 19. I was 19. No, excuse me. Yes. No, I was 19 and I had jumped this is funny. I had jumped into a pool with the phone that I had under my mom's account.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll never
She whooped
forget.
your ass.
I'll never forget. And you know what's so crazy is that was the 4. That was the iPhone 4. That phone was indestructible. I dropped that phone, everything, and it
was so
looked
heavy.
like it was
It was such a
brand
brick.
fucking. It looked like it was brand new though. It was so solid. It was the only solid phone they've ever fucking built, in my opinion, that can withhold drops and shit. You know what I'm saying? So look, so the 4 comes out. I have that phone. I've dropped it. It's been in several cases. It's lived a life, but it's the original phone. I never switched out that phone. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The microphone was
Yeah.
perfect. It was beautiful. The only time it ever fucked up was me jumping into this pool, and it was such a fucked up
That shit was
situation
not
because,
waterproof yet.
and it was not waterproof, and I'll never forget. I was in the pool for about 10 minutes at that point. Like I had been dunking into the I've been doing dives into the pool and shit. I hop out of the fucking water about 10 minutes after I've been just going buck wild in the pool. And I'm like, the right side of my fucking bathing suit is a little heavy. What's going on here? And I'm like,
That ain't my ball sack.
fuck! It ain't my balls. My balls don't hang to the right. It most certainly
Sure,
is this
sure, but it's to the
phone.
left.
I pulled it out. My phone. My friends stayed to this day. Still say to this day that I had this look on my face like I seen a ghost. So paranoid. But I ran off that night to go get my own line, my own phone, my own plan, and everything.
I don't know. Like all of the stuff that I started doing as like, I guess you can call it. Let's just for the sake of this conversation call it adulting. All of that stuff started happening bits and pieces. Like when I was 18 is probably when most of it started happening, because when I was 18, my mom was like, my mom gave me a few dollars. My dad had left me a few dollars. I spent and blew every last bit of it. But
make sure to
then
tune in
on,
Monday. We got an episode coming out about adulting. Tune in.
Yeah, I spent
also.
and blew every last bit of it. I had no idea how to adult. But from then on, I also had my I also was doing I started private training. I had a means of income. I knew I was going to, and part of the reason I think I blew it is because I knew I could blow it and be okay. Like, I knew no matter what would happen, I would always have some means of actually doing it. So I blew it. It disappeared. Went to college. More adulting came in. Had to buy my own books. Picked up a little bit of a side job there, like in like a bookstore, doing like a clerk work, stock boy work, stupid shit. So that came in. But even before that, when I was 16 and 17, like, they had things that they would make us do. If you wanted groceries, you had to go out and buy your own groceries. If you wanted to, like, you had money sent from home. Well, my mom wouldn't necessarily send me money from home, but like I got a job at the school washing dishes. So made money from that. Like, I don't know. And a lot of other things. I sold weed, had weed.
That's so crazy. Like
I had
man,
weed.
like
I sold weed.
15, 16 years old. Like,
Oh yeah.
96,
Selling pot.
97. Like, I had my own pager. I had to go to shout out galore paging.
I never had a
in Portland,
pager,
Oregon.
bro.
Like, that
never
wasn't
had
even a thing.
never had a pager.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, that's showing my dinosaur age. Like, at 16 years old, I could get my own pager in my own name. Like, I never had anything in my mom's name, like nothing. And then cell phones started becoming a thing, like those Nokia brick phones where you could like swap out the face plates and like decorate your phone with different color face plates and shit. And that shit had like snake brick breaker and shit on it. Like, that was the high tech shit. And when that was the thing, like, my mom put that shit in my name. Like, my mom was giving me money. Like, I was like, God damn it. What the fuck?
Uh-huh.
And like, when she wasn't paying shit, that shit was on me. Yeah, like, it's just kind of an interesting time. Like,
But
I put everything in my name. Everything was always in my name.
when it came to adulting, like, I came out of it slowly, like I said, in bits and pieces. Phone, eventually a checking account, eventually this, eventually that.
Yeah.
But I will say though, like, one thing that spurred me to like stay, I guess you could say, stay ahead of the game. Like, I at a really young age, I chose to invest in myself. Like, and I don't know, I'm still to this day trying to figure out where it turned from, because I was the science kid. I was the science geek. I was supposed to be in school and college. My major was evolutionary biology. And I was trying to figure out where exactly I switched from science to combatives. Like, when did that change happen? Like, when did I know?
Right.
But whenever I did,
When you
know
realized you
that was the case.
couldn't fuck somebody up through science.
Or at least,
Pretty
but I
much,
could though,
pretty
or
much.
at least not through evolutionary biology.
No,
I mean,
not-
it would
yeah,
take
not through
chemistry or
evolutionary
physics.
biology, exactly.
It would
Exactly,
take
yes.
chemistry or physics or some hard
So wait.
science. You know,
Yeah.
Like, you two are only like 2 years apart. Like, were pagers excuse me, were pagers still, I mean, they were kind of a thing in the late, or excuse me, the early 2000s. They were still kind of a thing,
Hold
but
on.
they were more like business and doctor type things. 'cause
last
cell
pager
phone
I
came
saw-
around.
The
So, like,
last
you
paper I
guys don't
saw
know
was-
anything about having to deal with the pager, right? Like, pagers
no,
just
hold on.
weren't a thing for you guys.
No, they weren't a thing as far as me being an adult. But the last pager I saw was in '99, right before I left Detroit. And that's mostly where I saw pagers. 97, 98, 99. Like,
But
from
even then,
97
you were only, what,
until
10
2000.
that's
Well, see, that's the thing. I
10
was
years
only a
old?
kid,
8 years
so I've
old?
seen
9
them.
years old? Yeah.
I've used. I've actually used them. I know how they work. But that's why I said as an adult, even as a teenager, I've never had
So
to deal
crazy
with
to me.
Yeah, I've never had to deal with pagers. But my mom and dad had tons of pagers. They would give me their old pagers and I would play with them.
I feel so old hanging out with you guys. Like,
Yo, let me ask you a question. Now I'm about to sound really young. You ready?
yeah.
Is a pager the same thing as a beeper?
Yes.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It
Okay.
is.
So I heard niggas calling him my beeper.
Yeah, they're the same
Pager,
thing.
beeper. Hit me on my beeper. Hit me on my pager. Whatever.
Because I remember so vividly, like adults.
My dad had it. My dad had that shit, and I would always laugh because I would be like, and I think about the concept of what a beeper was, and to think like you had to pay for each and every one of those messages, and the fact
you
that
did.
and the
You
fact,
did. You're
yes,
actually
bro,
right.
and the
Like
fact that like.
And you'd
The
buy
fact that-
plans. You'd buy plans. You could get 500 pages, 1,000 pages, or you'd be big ball and have
But
unlimited
bro,
pages.
but you gotta
But
understand.
then the other thing is, like, you had to go to a payphone.
That was incoming
You had to
and
have 25
outgoing.
cents. Yeah, you had to have 25
That-
cents
that-
on you at all times, or 35 cents, or 45 cents, whatever payphones became. Like,
depending on
you
the
had to
painful
find
you went
your
to.
way to a payphone. Yeah, like payphones were still important.
But see, nah, I came up when my dad had both. My dad had both, so he
Right.
had the beeper and a cell phone. So, you know what I'm saying? If he got a beep, if we got a fucking pager, he got a shit, he got a page, he would just call him on the cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually had
That
the
was
shit.
the
So
crossover.
I was seeing that. Yeah, I was seeing that shit.
Yeah, see, I
But
was a
yeah,
part of the
and
crossover, but also before the
it's so
cell phone,
weird.
I was still. Someone hit you on your pager, you had to go find a cell phone, or you'd be at the
You
homeless
had to
house,
find
you'd have to
some
borrow
kind
their
of
house
a
or
phone
whatever,
to
like-
contact them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to find some kind of a phone, right? And that, but see, here's the thing: like, it's so weird to think because I remember like losing my vision and touching the belts of adults and seeing pagers attached to them. Like while we're
Yeah.
talking about this, like, there's so many images of like way back in the
my
day.
God.
Oh, me
phones
too,
next to
man.
pagers
Do you remember
or-
the-
or
Right
some
now,
people
it's-
had even
Mine
two
was
or
always
three
pager on the
pagers
inside of the
lined up next to
pocket
each
with the
other.
latch hanging on the outside. So that was like the color of your like clip was important because the color of the clip is what everybody saw. Because the pager hung on the inside of your pocket.
Yes,
while your clip hung on the outside.
It was accessories, bro.
I almost never
Yeah,
saw people
dude.
doing that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I almost never saw people doing that. Most of the time, I actually saw people wearing them on their belts with the pager facing out.
No, those were
the thing.
nerds. Those were fucking squares. We fucking beat those
They
dudes
were,
up.
I guess.
Like, those were not.
Well, most of those people were in their 20s and 30s, so like, I'm not even talking about kids. Most of the kids that I knew didn't have pagers, bro. They were
You
too
were
poor
a
to have
square if you
pagers.
wore your shit on the belt. You were a straight dweeb if you wore your shit on the belt. No. You wore it
No,
pager.
Listen,
You-
in high
you wore it
school,
beeper,
I totally
pager
with
on
you.
the
I'm sure that that's
inside of your
exactly how it
pocket
was,
with the
but
clip hanging on the
I
outside.
never actually saw that in high school.
Pager on the inside of your pocket, clip on the outside. That was the gangster way to do it. That's how you know you were cool. That's how you know you were down for whatever. Like,
You were down
that
for whatever
was
because
true
your pager was on the
OG.
inside of your pocket. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. You're not down for
Like the
shit.
niggas with the earrings, baby. It's like the niggas with the earrings. You wore that shit on the right side,
Oh,
bro.
my God, I remember my first earring,
I
too.
always thought that shit
Did you
was
guys have
very
pierced ears? Do you guys
related,
have
bro.
pierced
That's
ears
some
now?
real gay shit, bro.
Do you guys have pierced ears now?
That's some gay
No,
ass
I
shit.
never had pierced ears, bro.
Never.
Get the fuck out of
God, I
here,
had
nigga.
pierced
What the
ears.
fuck I look like having
Oh
pierced
my
ears?
God, that was the thing to do. I had two holes,
Bro,
two
listen,
ears.
Let me tell you how many
Two
fucking
ears,
people have
two
tried
holes.
to fucking pierce my ears. I've had so
Let
many
me
fucking
fucking
people
tell
on
you.
fucking alcohol, fucking drugs. Let me just
That's
pierce your ear. It looks
crazy.
so beautiful
That's
with a
crazy.
fucking pierced ear, mate. You look so
I had my
beautiful.
ear
You should have
pierced
it
at
in your
13
ear.
years old.
Bro, fuck that shit, dude. You got me. Dude, you put a needle near my ear, and I'm gonna put something in yours that's gonna scramble what's between them. You fucking asshole trying to pierce my ear. Do I look like your fucking daughter?
Yeah, nah, you crazy, dog. I'm a man.
That was what we did in the 90s, though. You guys,
I'm
you
a
gotta
man.
know that.
Listen,
You've seen the hip
listen,
hop
I'm
artists.
not
I mean,
saying-
that's what happened.
I'm a
Look,
man.
It's not a
I'm
gay
not
thing.
saying
That
I
was-
produce
that was-
children,
that was
nigga. I
my
shoot
style.
fucking
That was the
sperm
style.
from
Adam, look.
motherfucking dick hole, and I
Adam, I agree.
produce children in this motherfucking world. So I don't want to hear
But
shit
you
about no
guys
earrings
can't.
and
You
shit. I
guys
put it in
can't
my daughter's
act
ear.
like that
I put
wasn't
it in my
the
daughter's
thing.
ear.
That was
I put it in my
Yes,
whole
it
ear.
was the thing. Yes,
that's
it
it.
was the thing, but
You
it
can't
wasn't
act
Brando's
like
thing.
that was what the
it was-
gays were doing. That was what some of the
No, that's what the
OGs
gays.
were
Man,
fucking
no,
that's
doing.
not what.
Nah.
I agree. That's not what the gays were doing. That's what the
Bro,
gays
I didn't
are
say
doing,
that.
and
That's what
it
they
was the
do.
thing.
That's
It
what
was
they
the thing.
do.
And I'm not interested in doing the thing then, and I wasn't
But
interested
some of
then,
your
I'm not
favorite
interested
hip hop
now.
artists, some of the OG rappers were doing that shit.
Well, they had fag tendencies
100%.
too.
No,
That's not
nigga,
my
and
problem.
haven't you heard
Why
the
is that my
gay
problem?
rumors in the
That's not-
Illuminati? The induction ceremonies, nigga?
Shit.
Huh?
Okay, I
You
have
get your
nothing to
ass
do-
blown
I'm not
out,
jumping
nigga,
on
for a
that
record
train.
deal. Get your ass
I don't
blown
know
out
shit
for a
about
record
that.
deal.
I'll get my ass blown out for $1 billion. Shout out.
You get your ass blown out for
Apple
360
Podcasts,
deal?
Google Podcast.
Fucking right.
You get your ass blown out for a 360?
You get your ass
You a
blown out
cheap
for
ass
500
hoe,
million.
nigga.
Billion.
For real, you a
100
nasty, dirty asshole,
Give me a
nigga.
For
billion.
100 million, you would take a 10-inch dick up there.
Go check out What Would OJ Do for $1 Billion wherever you find your podcast. Check out Comfortably Poor Podcast. Listen to What Would OJ Do for $1 Billion, and you would know what I would do for $1 billion.
He would get some
Nigga,
chocolate
let
churns,
somebody
is what would
really
happen.
reverse the pink sock on that motherfucker for $1 billion,
Yeah,
baby.
amazing tie your ass, nigga. That's gonna be some
Yeah,
deep shit.
nigga, get the fuck out of here
Oh
with
my
your shit.
god.
The gay ass shit, nigga.
Yeah, I got my ear
But-
pierced
but I
when I was
just- I
like
just wanna
13 years
stress,
old,
though.
and my dad took me to do it. And the
I-
only
that's-
way I
that's
could
cool.
do it, or the only way he did it, is like he did it with me. Like my dad, my pops, at like 30 some odd years old,
Man, that's cool.
he got his ear pierced too. So I got mine done and he got his done. And then
I'm
eventually
not
I got
saying
my
that you
other
become
ear, and then I
homosexual
got
because
another ear.
you put a.
I had my eyebrow pierced too. I had my eyebrow pierced. I had just under my
So you
lip
were just gothic.
pierced.
You had a gothic thing going on. Like
No,
you sound
no,
like a fucking
fuck,
stud
no,
board.
no. It wasn't goth, bro. It was not goth because I was gangster as shit. I hung out with the cholos. That was my squad.
Oh, were you a crip?
Like I was a white boy trying to be Mexican to the
Why?
core, and I don't know. It's just who I adapted with. It's just who I got along with. I got along with them.
I'm surprised your Spanish is so shit.
I didn't learn I didn't learn any. I knew mi vida loca. Like that's what I knew. I knew trece, bitch. Fuck out of here. Like that's what I knew.
Yikes.
Eastside Locos. ESL. I don't know. Like that's just what I did. But I had my eyebrow pierced.
No,
I had
listen.
2 holes
I
in
don't think
each ear.
people
I
are
had
gay
under
just
my
because they have
lip
pierced ears. But like that shit is not for me. It's gay to me. I'm cool. I'll leave that shit out. I'm straight.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
You guys.
I mean, I
keep
don't
your
have
earrings.
it now. I have nothing now.
Yeah, you know
don't
why
have
you
it
don't have it
now.
now?
I
Adam,
don't
hold
have
up.
it
You know
now.
why you don't have it now? There's a reason you don't have it now. And you
I grew
realize
up. I grew
that
up.
You grew
I
up,
grew out of that.
exactly. See, that's the
Yeah,
thing, dude. I
I
was
grew
born
up.
grown. I was born grown. That's why people always think I'm older than I am. Like a lot of this shit just seems crazy to me.
Look,
I
it
was
so
born
crazy.
with a
Let me tell you
10-inch
something. Let me tell you something. My brother was really into this like rock and metal. Listen, my brother was really into this rock and metal phase in high school, and he was actually like coloring his hair and going crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like he was going nuts. He was doing the damn thing. Well,
That's the gothic thing.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it was the gothic thing. So I'll tell you what though, we were really young kids. My mom colored our hair, brother. Both my brother and I's hair. When my dad saw us, that nigga went nuts. Ever since that time, I never. And my brother did it because my brother didn't give a fuck about my dad, and I didn't give a fuck about my dad later on either. But I definitely, that shit just stuck with me. Like I would never color my hair. I would never put an earring in my ear. I would never wear
See, that's
some
great.
wild
Like
shit.
color. What do you mean color? Like doing crazy
Like
shit like
hair
blue
dye?
and purples and
Tell me, like-
greens and.
Everything.
Oh, you're talking.
Okay, because I did like the
Any
bleach.
type of
I
color.
had like the dark hair with the bleach tips. I did that shit, like the fucking boy band shit.
He did that too and shit. But nah. Just me specifically,
Fuck off,
I ain't
Brando.
coloring my hair. Ain't no shit, my nigga. I'm a straight I'm a straight man. You understand me? I'm a straight.
What is
Homosexual.
coloring your hair have to do with being a man though? So
Nothing.
what if you have blue
Nothing
hair?
at
That
all.
means you're not a man.
No, that does not. It just means you have blue hair and you look like a fucking fruit basket. And you need to fucking go to the fucking red light district.
So
and
we're
Skid
back to
Row and
Tekashi.
fucking-
Tekashi with his rainbow hair. We're back to Tekashi with his rainbow hair.
Dude, Tekashi's a fucking. Listen. Oh my god. How often do you think Tekashi got fucked in prison? How much do you think How much you think if he didn't get fucked that he had to pay them not to fuck him? Are you serious?
He said, "Stay away from my asshole."
Stay.
Unless you got a Billy. Hit me with that Billy and you can spread them cheeks. Hit me with that Billy and you can spread them cheeks.
He wants to see 9 sets of 3s in his accounts right now in his Swiss
Spread
account.
them. Hit me with a Billy in my bank account and spread them cheeks.
Would you
Make sure
wanna
you
fight-
tell
would
me
it need to be a
about
five-star
Show that
resort,
nigga
Adam?
is showing the brown eye for a while the money's
Are
transferred.
you
understand? me?
STD testing? Are you looking at the dick to see if there's herpes sores? Are you doing anything before hopping
I
on
got
the
a
Tower
Billy
of
and
Power
I'm
for
gonna
$1 billion?
live happy. Fucking, I got a couple itches
crazy.
You're
every
going
now
to
and then.
die in
Whatever.
7 years of a new
Whatever.
strain of HIV. Is what
You
you're
crazy,
Every
nigga.
now and then I gotta itch my crotch. Fuck it. I got a
Itch
Billy.
your
You
crotch.
crazy, nigga.
Bro, you need to be worried about itching your liver. Fuck your crotch. Jesus Christ. Dude, listen.
be
I'm
drunk,
telling you, money is
Fucking
poison.
happy and a billionaire.
Drunk, happy, in a floating place of glory from Dilaudid. You're going to need it all.
Fuck.
100%.
Fuck.
844-997-0775. You want to call and talk about anything that we talked about? We have been all over the goddamn
All
net
right, let's
tonight.
turn this off.
Yo, the
As I
Saturday
mentioned
Live is
before,
lit.
Like
I
Tyson,
think
turn off your
I
station.
think Saturday night lives are going
Mike
to be our
Tyson.
new live. So if you've been
Turn off
fucking
your
with us on Sunday night, or excuse me, on Sundays, make sure to rock with us on Saturday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday nights is going to be our new live at CP Pod 100. You can fuck with us. Hashtag comfortably poor. Hashtag ghetto therapy. Ask us anything. Let us help you solve a problem. If you've got anything on your mind you need to get off your chest, that's what we're here for. We're going to give you real, raw, honest answers and help you through your problems. So that's what we're for. So did you guys know that this was a thing? The 2019 adult chicken clucking contest.
Holy
These are real
shit.
humans.
This is 10 years in a row. How many times have you won it? He says he's won it once. He's been a runner-up several times. He's back for the 10th time. Here we go.
For the 10th time. Bro, what? What?
What the fuck is up with the videos today?
That's a real thing. Chicken clucking.
That video
contest.
right there just shows me that there's someone
Welcome
for
to
everybody
Kentucky,
in this world.
the home
There is
of
someone for
chicken clucking
everybody.
contest.
There's no reason you can't get pussy.
Home of
or
Kentucky
dick.
Fried Chicken,
No
baby. Shout out
reason
to my
you
nigga
can't-
Colonel Sanders, nigga. Hey, yo,
No
my nigga
reason you can't
Sanders.
find somebody in this
I fuck
world.
with all the niggas' last name Sanders. Colonel Sanders.
How the fuck do these people even find each other?
Okay, I don't make you open your mouth because I wasn't wearing it. Jeff, welcome aboard. Is this voluntarily or was you suckered into it? Alrighty, kids. And they got the camera rolling too. It's YouTube. It's not MeTube, it's YouTube. Are you ready? Let's go.
What the
Oh my god, that's horrible. These are real fucking people. This is.
But again, you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, there's somebody for everybody in this world. Like, how the fuck did these people find each other? Like, what are you doing on the farm after fucking your sister that you just gear up the old fucking
Bro,
XL,
these are the
fucking
motherfuckers
compact,
that are
the
fucking
compact
chickens
elite
after hours, nigga. These are the niggas
compact
that are fucking
elite
chickens
on
after
your
hours.
grandmother's
At
fucking
2 in the
wooden
morning,
washboard.
they go out while the whole family is asleep. They go onto the
What are
farm
you
and they start
doing?
fucking finger banging chickens.
But beyond that, like, what are you
Finger
doing to
blast the
find
chicken.
these people? What is the? Can you imagine what their like web browser history is like? What is the search query language for finding a hen clucking competition? What the fuck does that look like? I want to compete against deep throaters like myself. Is anyone out there ornithonically minded? Or what is? What the fuck, bro? I don't know, bro.
I'm it's
They
in the
should be
chicken.
scouts.
It's in the chicken. This is why you should not. You
It's in the
need to
chicken.
buy grass fed. You need to buy grass fed chicken. Okay.
And don't drink bone marrow.
Yeah. Grass fed meat.
Grass fed meat. Get you that grass fed meat, people.
Yeah, nigga.
Don't be.
Don't get you that
disappointed
fucking
with
frozen shit from the
non-grass-fed
store.
meat.
That's what's fucking y'all niggas up. That's why y'all eating each other's faces in Florida, nigga, on bath salts.
I'm eating vegan.
That was a hell of a jump. You went from frozen chicken to people doing bath salts, eating faces in Florida.
That's how my brain works. Catch up. Catch up.
Jesus.
Catch the fuck up.
I can't catch up that fast. There's no way. There's no fucking possible way. There's no fucking possible way.
Grass-fed chicken.
All right. It's been fun, people. Let's wrap this shit up. Get the fuck out of here. At CP Pod 100 on all social media platforms. Follow us, fuck with us, subscribe. YouTube, find us, just search Comfortably Poor. We ain't cool enough yet to get the / Comfortably Poor at the end of our URL yet. So please follow us, like us, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Help us get to that point. And new episodes dropping this week. We're going to go back to doing 3 podcasts a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Find us Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcast at. We will be there. So make sure to find us there. Hashtag Comfortably Poor on Twitter and hashtag Ghetto Therapy.
Yellow.
Comfortably Poor. I'm going to tell you something real quick.
Drop some knowledge.
You know it's going to be some knowledge. That nigga getting close to the microphone talking slow.
It's going to be a while. Yeah,
You gonna hit him with the quote. Hit him with some knowledge. Give him something to go to bed with.
He's sitting down in his chair, opened his legs.
Saturday night, they just
that nigga
listen
said he
to the
pulled a Luther
Comfortably Poor
Vandross on these
podcast.
niggas.
He did, though.
They just suffered through 2 hours of our bullshit.
King
Give 'em
Luther,
something to go to
nigga.
bed with. Give him something to go to bed
no,
with.
King Louis?
I just have really frightening news. So Sam restarted her computer because it was locked up. And that shit completely wiped. Windows completely wiped.
Ooh,
Whoa.
that's a tough one.
That's
Hey, real quick.
My computer's locked
only
right
because-
now, so I can't get to stop the stream. I'm gonna have to hard shut this down, and I'm freaking out that the same thing is gonna happen.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Hey, real quick, before we get off here,
Wait, so
before
wait,
we
if
get
you-
off here,
Okay.
I want to go into this real quick because we forgot to address this, and I did want to address this. R.I.P. Little Richard, and to what's the other shit? I'm forgetting his. Andre Harrell. Yeah, thank you. Big names in the music industry. So unfortunate. Little Richard, I believe, was bone cancer, and I'm not sure about Andre Harrell, but big names in the music industry. So for sure.
Little Richard is my nigga, that gay ass nigga, man. That's my nigga.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he had a lot of influence on a lot of individuals throughout the years. 87 years old, rest in peace, lived a long, healthy life. So appreciate what he did for the music industry. Big respect,
Thank you.
big ups to Little Richard.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
bumping
didn't I
his
watch a
music
movie?
for
Didn't I
sure.
watch a movie where Little Richard died? In the movie?
Little Richard had AIDS, right?
Not recently. You might
No, this
watch
was a
one
long
in the
time
future.
Ago. No, this was
not
years ago. I watched.
recently. I mean, unless you're confusing like La Bamba. La Bamba or something, Richie Valens and fucking the Big Bopper. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. We're stupid.
Hey, yo,
We're
quick
fucking
question.
stupid. I
Hey,
have
did you-
no idea why people listen to us. I have
question.
no idea why people have lasted 2 hours.
Yo, this Saturday Night Live
No,
is
wait,
lit.
I got
Hey,
one
yo,
question. One
we
question.
appreciate
Lit.
y'all.
If you
City,
close the
bro.
laptop, if you close the
100%.
laptop, will it delete our YouTube stream? Like, will this go away?
Nah, it'll stay up there.
Are you sure?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
That has
laptop.
nothing to do with anything.
YouTube doesn't depend on his laptop. Like,
Well, I'm just not sure if he closed. I thought you had to save it or something. I don't know.
No. That shit's automatically uploaded as soon as we're done.
Yeah, so all this nonsense will be on the stream still. So we appreciate y'all.
don't give a shit. What's up, niggas?
844-997-0775. The phone line is
I want
always
to do that
there.
shit.
You can call and leave
Little
a
Richard.
voicemail. Comment on anything that we've talked about. Check out our past episodes. As I said before, podcast. Find us wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate y'all. Fuck with us. # comfortably poor on Twitter @ CP.
Hey, my homie at the brothel, the bartender, the head of the bartenders. This nigga's name is Richie. This nigga's fat.
Yo,
as hell.
shout out to my nigga Richard.
Yep.
Oh, my nigga's name Richard. Richard.
Barcelona.
Get all the fuck out of here, nigga.
Salute.
Salute. And let's hope my computer's okay, because I'm about to hard shut this bitch down.
Definitely there with you on that one.
Because people will click on that if they. I think people don't click on a lot of stuff that's long. Even they'll look and see how long.
They don't
want to
watch a 2-hour clip sometimes.
No, a lot of them don't want to watch a 40-minute clip. A lot of them don't want to watch 20 minutes. Dude, listen, people are fucking lazy. And not only are they lazy, their attention spans are shit. Did you want Dan to come back for a reason? What were we going to do? Did you want to talk about something specific?
I just wanted to. I did. Oh, we're still live. He must have came back on, and we're still live because we're talking on the stream right now. Hey, people!
Yeah,
Welcome
we're
to the
still
Comfortably
doing it.
Poor
Well, shit.
Podcast.
After hours and also after air. We
Comfortably Poor After Dark. It's Brando and Adam right now.
Yeah.
All right, what do we want to talk about? It's just me and you, homie. What are we going to tell the people? We are live on YouTube. So,
Dude, I wish I had a
let's
camera.
talk.
I'd start doing my fucking martial art routine.
Let's.
What do you want to talk about?
no,
Ask
no,
a question.
Let's
Give me a question.